Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
YOLO, infidels, that's right. It's Hacker Hameen.
This is Al Schneer from the band Mo.
Hey, this is Corey Glover from Living Color.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
Live on EC Radio with the Z-Man. So take the pizza out of your fat moron mouth. Sit back and listen before I give you a $5 face slap. You'll never forget, infidels. YOLO.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Monday, Monday, la da 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 da, Monday, Monday. What's up, everybody? Shut up, I'm trying to do my intro, damn it. It's EC Radio. What's happening, people? Z here. It's Monday. We made it through another weekend. And not only did we make it through another weekend, but it was an epic weekend of proportions.
Yes.
Chicken, tell them it.
Dude,
tell them, Chicken.
You know, I was a little nervous, you know, like coming in, like, all right, you know, we had a good showing. You know, people came in through on Friday night, you know, buying the half-off tickets. And I'm like, all right, this party looks like it's going to be good. And we knew we were going to have a good party.
Yeah.
And then by like 7:30, the house was packed.
Man.
And it was packed full of friends.
Lots of friends.
Dude, every time I turned around, I ran into people I haven't seen in years. And it was such a great feeling, man. Like, just the amount of love in that house. I loved it, man. It felt like an Electric Company party.
It was an old school party for sure, man.
Absolutely,
great
man.
to see a lot of old friends out too. The Disruption Network 1 year anniversary party. Man, what a great time. Thanks to Cavallos, thanks to Phil Farr to Stage Time Trivia, Comedy CNY, thanks to Coors Light, and thanks to Joe Driscoll, Ease Beats, and Biz for doing all the great awesome job that they did DJing and getting the party started and dancing. And I got to mention, too, what Biz did with Joe Driscoll when they got together and collaborated. That was unbelievable. Yeah. That was super cool. And I was telling those dudes, I'm like, maybe you guys should make a little collaboration often. Maybe we should do it a little bit more.
Thanks to Dave Bowers, too, for taking photos all night long. He's got some great ones, man.
When are we putting that one up for yours?
As soon as we get to see it, man, that's going to be the new D-Line promo photo, I think.
Chicken's got a great picture and a new promo photo for the D line of it's Sil on a toilet and all you guys are kind of hanging around him.
Dude, it's
kind of
funny.
borderline disgusting.
What was great was I'm like, yeah, let's take it in the shitter, and like Silver's on the shitter, right? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And thankfully, we were all drunk, so we all go into the bathroom.
Thankfully.
We were all in the bathroom, right? We go in with a photographer, right? Mm-hmm. So our buddy Greg was at the urinal, and we're waiting for somebody in the stall. We're like, oh, shit. And it was our boy Leo. He comes out, he's like, what the fuck are you going? Like, then he sees, like, we're all there with the camera. He's like, well, I got to see this. So now we got, like, 15, 20 dudes sitting in the men's room with a photographer posing for this picture. So he drops trout. He's sitting there on the shitter, and we take the picture.
Oh, my God.
But the best is when we come walking out, and there's, like, 15 guys pouring out of the bathroom with a photographer laughing their balls off. Everyone else is like, what the fuck is going on here, you know? So, yeah, I can't wait till that picture comes out. That's a blast.
Addie's checking in. She said the party was awesome. That was incredible. David Bauer's checking in, too. He says, what's up? My mom's in the house. Hi, Mom. Miss you. See you in a few weeks.
I could get a shout out to my mom who did the
big ups
t-shirts
to
for
your
my
mom, too, for selling T-shirts. She stepped right in. And
poor woman probably heard some stories that I wish she'd never heard.
Oh, did she really?
I'm sure she has.
Did your buddies incriminate you?
I don't know, man. I just some of the conversations flying around that night. I'm like, I don't know, Ma.
We had some fun, man. We had a lot of fun.
We
It was
did.
good to see so many old friends. A lot of EC crew in the house, so that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And our next party is probably going to be St. Patty's Day.
Well, I don't know.
Right? Do we have something else in the works?
I want to do something for the Great American Heart Walk.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yes, we want to get a team
That would
together
be
for the
the
Great
first
American
week.
Heart Walk.
That would be around the first week of March, right? That's usually the
Yes.
first weekend of March.
Yes,
so.
I think it's like March 3rd, I believe.
Mm-hmm. You got a couple guys in the studio right now cracking themselves up because they look so goddamn ugly.
I'm just
Not
saying,
you, Jeff.
He's making faces, and I'm like,
I can't hear myself.
You want some more volume there?
Yeah.
That's as much as you get right
That's
there.
all you get.
That's all you
let
get.
me hear me. All right, I could hear me. That's better.
Those voices you hear right now are the Day Old Donut Show, the Day Old Donut Network, right? Joey Bag of Doughnuts Show.
It's
There's a lot of
such-
things going on with
there's
that.
there's a ton of stuff going on with that, and we're getting everybody confused, and we're confusing ourselves. So we really are. We don't know what this is.
We didn't know what we started.
You didn't know what you started out.
Well, we had a radio show, and that was going fine, fair, and well. And then, like, all of a sudden, Jeff's like, yo, you ever do a podcast before? And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, you ever watch Joe Rogan? And I'm like, yeah, on Fear Factor. And then maybe, at the UFC fights and stuff. But, like, that's about it. He's like, oh, he's got this podcast, yada, yada, yada. And he sat me down, he watched it, and he roped me into going into the production room that's right next door to the live room. And next thing you know, we're bantering amongst ourselves, and people started listening, and we didn't know what to call it.
Yeah.
So we think we figured it out. Jeff, tell them what we think we figured out.
This is what we think we have going on. You got to look at it as a business point of view, because we didn't think this was going to be a business. How would you expect this to turn into any kind of a business? But so we have awesome sponsors, and you know what I mean? And it helps with the production of the show.
Yeah, they started calling us. And
Yeah.
they're like, how do we sponsor your show? And I'm like, I don't know.
So
I'm like, we got to
Give me money. That's how you do it.
Let me figure out how to take your money and make you still feel like, we got to give you a product. And I want to make sure before I take your money, we give you something good.
Right.
Yeah.
Not just, here we are.
Yeah.
So that's
So we try to bring in like real people. Well, anyways, long story short, with what we're doing with the company, at this point, it is going to be Excite Entertainment Media, because that's what we're doing. We're branching out. We're doing more than just our podcast. So what you would write a check out to, ladies and gentlemen, is Excite Entertainment, and it'll cash. So that's who we are. Our show is the Day Old Donut Show. I guess that's how we're sort of locally famous right now.
Well, what happened was we were doing our radio show.
You're Herkimer famous.
Oh,
yeah,
we are.
Yeah, we're Valley famous. We walk around to Walmart.
We
man,
have
like
India people that love us, though. I
Yeah.
swear to God, people from India, because
Power
we
the
get
internet.
views.
India?
Yeah,
India.
yeah. I don't know if they're making fun of us or what is going on.
We don't know.
But they're liking our show every week, and we're like, why? How are all these people from the country of
So
India?
if you ever need help with your DirecTV or your Sprint account, you're in.
Yeah, we're good.
You
I
are
know.
in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
We got a couple guys checking in. One guy's checking in from Philly. What's up? Or it's one girl, Janelle. Sorry.
Anthony wants
Hey,
donuts.
Well, we've got a couple other people checking in. so-
Janelle. Oh, we love Janelle.
Yeah. Oh, Janelle's on. What's up? She's one of our friends. She watches.
We
She's cool.
love her.
Anthony is on too. He needs donuts.
So-
I was gonna say I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting some donuts.
Listen, we didn't bring donuts, but we did
Hey,
bring
but
a
they
gift.
they brought a gift.
We did
They
bring a
did. They
gift.
brought a gift. First of all, I got to mention I had a great time on your show on Thursday.
Thank
we
you.
had a blast.
We
And
had a great time having you.
Oh my God.
you guys do it every Thursday. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thursday.
7:30.
7:30,
Yep.
and it's usually what, 2-hour format.
Yeah, I
Genuinely.
don't want it to be. I want it to be an hour and a half. I hate editing. You know what I mean?
You're
the-
clearly not getting any help
but
from
the
me.
problem with it is, as far as I do, your best content comes an hour deep in. That's when you start to create conversation
Yeah.
with people.
You gotta get in the flow of the
know what I
conversation.
mean? Yeah.
Yep.
So, but it's like I don't really want to. I would prefer to run for an hour and a half. You know what I mean? So maybe the idea is to do like a wicked long happy hour before the show. And get people a little liquored up, and
Yeah.
then you know what I mean. Then we're
Great idea.
Yeah.
Don't even tell them the cameras are on.
That's what you did to me.
And by the way, Z, we have beer sponsors and pizza sponsors. So not only are you going to get fed, you're going to get to drink.
Yeah.
Surprise. Welcome
Yep.
to the show.
Which is awesome.
Lucky for you, I like both. So they brought me a gift, chicken. Look at this. They brought me a gift, and they told me not to open it up until they got on air.
Bubba Light's checking in, by the way.
We didn't have wrapping paper. We got it done in the truck on the way up
Jeff
here.
goes to me. He goes,
Those coupons are not good. They were last year's 2017.
They wrapped it up with what are these coupons from like a
That
the
is
Saver book.
shop.
They're from that
magazine.
Valley Saver book
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Smart Shopper or whatever
Yeah.
the hell it is.
I bought it.
And they wrapped it with electrical tape. They couldn't
That's
find
awesome.
Scotch tape, so it's
Yeah.
with electrical.
I'm a DJ. I have electrical tape at hand every time.
All right,
You
here we
don't know.
go. I'm gonna open this up, guys. It's it's a picture. Oh,
Janelle, we love you.
let's see. Randy's first chopper draws a lot of attention. Street chopper, and that's a fancy bike, man.
It is.
Nice.
But
It is. But you,
I'll
the,
put this
the,
up, hold it up to the cameras.
Jeff
Let's
has.
get the camera straight over here. Oh
What-
wait, I gotta go this
what
way.
check-
that's out of a
It's always
1970s
backwards.
Choppers magazine. I just had one of those laying around. I'm like, what can we put it in? But it's a multi-use
Jeff,
kit.
tell
like
everybody.
this.
Tell everybody
This
how
is
you
right up Chicken's
acquired
alley.
that.
Yeah, it is.
How you have all the random stuff in your store.
Oh, hold on. Do
So-
yourself a favor real quick.
Oh,
We
wait,
can
you're
go
not
over that.
done yet. Z, wait,
it's
that's
a two-in-one.
two-parter.
It's a two-part present.
It's a two.
One at a time.
Sorry.
But it's a twofer.
It is. Open
Take
the
it. I
back.
know we're excited. Why
Open the back.
Is there gonna be a dime bag in here?
No,
Oh,
no.
damn it.
No.
Let me see here.
Poor Eric
Because
hasn't said two
because
words.
I don't quite know how you would like something like that later on.
I
so we
gotta
use
get
two
warmed up.
pictures.
Oh, there's two pictures.
An-
There's
Anthony,
another picture right underneath it in case you want to switch it up.
Anthony Ruiz says, "Keep calm and eat some donuts."
Team Larry in the house. Larry's on. Larry's here.
What's up?
All right, so wait, where's the second part here?
Hang on. Show him, Jeff.
There's another picture.
Did you botch it?
Oh, this
So while
white
he's
one here.
yeah, keep going. There's more in case you get bored. You
Oh,
could
Kit.
switch it up. Yeah.
This is Kit.
Yes.
Knight Rider.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
when you
Knight
get bored.
Rider. Yes, Michael. Oh, I gotta figure out these cameras a little bit better. If I gotta go one way, I gotta go the other way. So, nice picture.
I had
Hang that up in the
I
studio.
had it framed like that in my store, but I just threw the other one in there, the other Harley guy, up like that.
And let's talk about your store, Deep Vapors, which
Yeah.
is located in Herkimer on Mohawk Street.
Yep, 308 Mohawk.
What do you got over there?
What do you need? I got. We got all the all the vapes. We're famous for the juice, man. We just do
What kind of juice? Like steroids and shit?
no like
Oh.
e-juice, the e-juice that we sell. It's a vape shop.
Yeah.
But
You
the
can't give me no testosterone then?
no, I could get you
Nah.
CBD. We do a
There you
ton with
go.
CBD right now,
Do you?
and the
Nice.
world loves the CBD. So
Do you have to get any kind of special licensing to
Nothing.
handle that shit? Nothing.
no,
Oh,
no,
cool.
nothing.
Legal
I mean,
in what, all-
Not for
all
CBDs?
states?
no,
Really?
it's legal in all 50 states.
Legal.
It's just legal to buy and sell. There's nothing wrong with that. They want to make it illegal. They'd love the pharmaceutical companies would hate hates that it's legal, but
And the insurance companies
oh
and all
yeah,
that old
oh
bullshit.
yeah, oh yeah,
Big dollar.
yeah.
And what else you got? You got all your vaping accessories
All,
and
yeah,
liquids and all that?
coils. Everybody knows what's in a vape shop at this point, and that's exactly what I have. I have all that stuff. T-shirts. We do a little bit with T-shirts. I got weird stuff.
Where do you get your juice from? Like, do you?
We get it. We have a company in Ohio that distributes a lot of our juice to us, and then we have a house blend that we make too. You know what I mean? So,
So you do make your own.
we do some.
nice.
Some. You
Jeff,
know?
Janelle wants to know how safe is vaping.
I mean, I'm no doctor, but within the 10-year study, nobody has gotten cancer from it.
True.
You know what I mean? There's little things. I'm not going to say it's 100% safe because I don't know. I'm not the smartest person in the world. What could happen 20 years down the road? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I just do know that it's safer than smoking.
Right. You already know smoking's unsafe.
Yeah. You know you're gonna die if you smoke.
And when you're in a bar and it smells like cigarette smokes, it burns your eyes and just makes your clothes stink. And when you could smell like, I don't know, strawberries or Cocoa Puffs and shit like that, it smells so much better. I'd much rather smell that shit than cigarettes.
Chris wants to know, do you have a Tide Pod flavored juice?
We should probably get a Tide Pod juice. It's a lot safer way than eating a Tide Pod.
Don't get me
Maybe that's what we should do. We should create a nasty Tide Pod juice. Make it go viral. Probably sell a shitload of it.
Smoking the Tide Pod.
Do you have a donut flavored juice?
Sarah, if you're watching right now, start working. We could do a donut flavored juice. But Sarah, if you're watching, try to figure out how to do like a Dawn or Tide flavored e-juice flavor. We're gonna get rich.
We're gonna market that.
Janelle also wants to know, does it help people quit smoking?
I quit,
Yes,
actually.
Did you?
True story. Jeff's been my friend for years, well before we decided to do this stuff. But I quit, 3 years ago? Whenever he first opened up the shop, it was
4 in February.
So then 4 years, Whenever Jeff opened up and he's like, yo, I got this vape shop. So I'm like, all right, cool. I want to quit smoking. So I went and I saw Jeff. I started off with 3%. I went down to 0%. And then all of a sudden I just didn't care anymore. And now I don't. I'll pick up a vape when we're on their show. It's kind of like a cigar to me. You know what I mean? Only that occasion. I don't know. But yeah, I quit completely. No cigarettes.
Good for you, man.
Haven't touched it. Nothing.
Do you smoke?
Do I smoke?
Yeah.
Weed.
Cigarettes? Nobody smokes cigarettes?
I don't.
Did you ever?
Oh, yeah, constantly. I was a fiend.
Well, most
still
smokers
want one right now.
That's the thing. Most people who smoke cigarettes love smoking. That's why they smoke. I loved smoking. This is the only way to quit smoking and still smoke.
What is that oral fixation too?
A lot of it.
A lot of people
deep breaths.
You're so
How's
used
that
to
go? The cameras didn't see that, Joe.
Jeff, now what's you said the percentage you can mix nicotine what is say 5% nicotine equal to say a cigarette?
Like I had 3. What is that?
That's always comes in the thing of
if you're suggesting someone to quit, what should they start at?
I always suggest a milligram of nicotine, a higher milligram. And when you're talking milligrams, you say it's 2.4 milligrams. That's 2.4% of the whole bottle of nicotine in there. But I say that's a higher kind of a level. I say start with that and then wean yourself down. But you can't compare this to a cigarette because a cigarette, you burn it for 7 minutes. You smoke that thing for 7 minutes. You put it out. You go do whatever the hell else. This you could do all damn day long if you want to.
And Jeff does do it all goddamn day. Every time you hear him.
But how many puffs do you take? You take 2-3 puffs
I take
and then
2 or 3 and I'm done for a while.
Yeah,
right.
No, you're not.
What I mean?
You've huffed on that thing 20 times since we've been here.
No, I haven't. We could rewind the tapes.
But
why you always got to pick on me, Joe? This argument is brought to you by who's you guys' sponsor?
Coldwell.
Saranac. You can check them out at saranac.com. Check out all the great merchandise in the gift shop.
But if you're going to go smoke a cigarette, like you said, you're going to go out there and you're going to, how many puffs are you going to take on a cigarette? You're going to puff, 15, 20 times as opposed to 2-3 hits of that.
Right,
and then,
right.
A few minutes later, you puff again.
Yeah.
And plus, in cigarettes, you don't know what you're smoking anymore. You don't know what the hell
they
they're
say
putting
there's
it in.
4,000 chemicals in them. And the big
unbelievable.
tobacco company hates this. And they just ran their a Canadian ad for whatever their kind of e-cig looks like a cigarette thing still. I mean, people don't understand. It's nobody wants to. The people that vape aren't trying to make it like a cigarette.
Right.
Because it's never going to be a cigarette.
It's like a garage door opener now.
Right.
It's like the size of my phone.
And we don't want this to look like a cigarette. We don't want to emulate smoking anymore. This is a whole different thing. I use my thumb. I push this button to do stuff. I'm not holding it between my fingers. And all this talking about smoking makes you still want a cigarette. You know what I mean?
And that's one thing about cigarettes, too. One person lights up and then 15 other people want a cigarette.
It's a monkey see, monkey do type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoke weed. It's better for you.
It's true. I mean,
Won't die.
Yep.
At least you're not going to die.
At least you're not going to die.
Well, how many days a week you open over there?
6.
6?
6 days.
He's got some really cool T-shirts over there, too.
I like weird shit.
Yeah.
We got a lot of weird stuff in the store.
And that's where Z's present come from. He came into the studio and he's like, oh my God. Z walked around for 20 minutes before we even kicked on going, you have that? You have that? What is it? The
Castle Grayskull.
Castle Grayskull. Oh God, our set is made up of random stuff.
He had
Jeff's
Elf.
show.
Oh yeah.
He did. He had
Like
the
ALF.
elf down.
Oh,
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
on the show. He hangs out in the corner on our show. He's part of the set.
Well, it's
I've
all the
had
cool
so much-
stuff that we had when we were younger, but most of us
Right.
were
Most of us
dumb and
got
got
rid of
rid of it, and
Yeah,
Jeff
not
was
Jeff.
smart and kept it.
Or I keep buying it.
Are you a
Buy
pack
it.
rat?
No, I mean, no. I'm nostalgic to the 80s and the 90s. I love it. It was the coolest stuff, and I think it sucks that where we live now, this is terrible for kids and stuff. I mean, even we're doing it, looking at our phones, seeing how we look while we're doing this shit.
You look good, by the way.
Well, you know what? I'm turning it off. It's still rolling, but I'm not looking at myself. How with that? But I like toys, man. Didn't you play with cool stuff?
I still play with cool stuff.
How old are you?
I'm in my 40s.
So, what was the hot toy when you were
We'll
a
just say
kid?
that.
What was the hot toy when I was a
Yeah.
kid? I was into, of course,
A
G.I.
ball.
Joe, of course. Yeah. Sports. I played a lot of sports growing
A
up.
wooden stick.
You know? And I had the old WWE wrestlers.
That's what I'm saying.
From back in like 85,
I
86
had
or
those
something
too.
like
Yeah,
that. you
They're
the
know?
ones
when
that
they
are
were rubber.
fixed
But we had,
rubber.
like-
Yeah,
But back in the day, we had like G.I. Joe.
yeah,
We had He-Man.
He-Man.
Yeah.
Like shit like that, you know.
That's the stuff that I'm like. As soon
Lawn
as
darts.
Yeah, that. I love stuff like
BB
that.
guns.
Oh yeah.
Shoot your eye out.
Oh yeah.
Where is Jeff is saying you work, or Sarah is saying you work about 4 hours a week, Jeff. Is that true?
Well, it's,
Cumulative.
I mean,
That's like
Cumulative.
no,
half
no,
hour here,
absolutely
20
not.
minutes there.
Absolutely not. I'm there often. I'm
Go say
I'm
hi
running
to
around
Sarah.
with this, and I love you, honey.
Is that the significant other?
Hey, did you? If you didn't catch that part earlier, yeah, it's a significant other.
the
She's
Tide
awesome.
Pod juice.
Chuck, yeah, make some Tide Pod flavor e-juice.
I think she said that was disgusting. But
And some donut flavor, too.
Donut flavor.
Oh,
We
okay.
definitely
Glazed
did
donut.
flavor.
yeah, but is it like Mountain Fresh Tide?
Oh, that's true.
You got some funny comments going on here. Chris says Joe has a vape glory hole.
That's my buddy from South Carolina.
Well,
yeah.
your buddy from South Carolina is a funny dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to come up, and he's just like, I'm not coming.
Yeah, wait till spring to lure them people in here.
Yeah, come on up.
Yeah, they don't.
Do you
the
have a
cold at
vaping
all.
glory hole?
No, I don't have a vaping glory hole. Well, ridiculous you would even ask.
Hey, Jeff, Janelle wants to know how much does a starter kit cost for vaping and
A
stuff?
good one, like a nice one, like $30 to $40. It's a decent little kit and get you going, get you rolling.
Does it come with juice?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it does.
We'll throw a bottle of juice in, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is there a
They're good
starter
review.
juice that you recommend, like a starter flavor?
Yeah.
Like-
I personally, like when people are trying to quit smoking, I'm like, get a fruit flavor.
Yeah.
Get something fruity, because the biggest thing is,
Jeff's fruity.
like, I've done it.
So
I'm
are
guilty
you.
of it too. Like, try a tobacco flavor. Like, I want it to be like a cigarette. Try a tobacco flavor, but guess what? It's not.
Right.
And you're gonna be like, give me a freaking cigarette, man, because this is terrible. But when you associate and like a lot of people like the savory cake ones, donut ones, stuff like
I
that.
like
Red Bull.
cheesecake.
Red Bull's pretty popular too, right?
It is.
They have a
They're not-
Red Bull
it,
one?
It used to
Yeah.
be. It used to be.
Does it actually give you energy?
No.
Ah,
No.
fuck.
But
Gives
would
you a
be
headache.
we had a monster flavored one too.
Deep energy, I believe, was
Yeah.
the flavor.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but Red Bull, the one thing about Red Bull, I don't like the flavor. I like the effects.
Yeah.
No, I can't stand the
Or the
flavor of
smell.
Red
I'm
Bull.
not a fan
I
of
just
the
don't
smell.
like it.
I like the blue one.
The
blue one's good. The blueberry.
Blueberry, yeah, that's good.
It's not bad. The original flavor.
It's better
is
with
bad.
vodka.
Yeah, and then when you throw it up,
I don't
it's
drink
even
it all
worse.
unless you're putting alcohol in
Yeah,
it.
the Nas is
That's-
good
I
with
don't
alcohol,
mess
too.
with that stuff.
What's your favorite flavor?
I like ice. I like this flavor called ice. It's like icebreakers.
Oh yeah.
It's
a
menthol.
minty?
It's really menthol. I never smoked menthol cigarettes, and I don't even like them. But I like to vape on the menthol. It hits my throat good. But like, you got to think of something like what could you handle
He
all
likes
that?
things hitting his
I think
throat.
we all heard that comment and just looked at each
And
other
I'm-
like, it's his throat good, huh?
Not
Just
like
giggle
that.
like little kids. Just all children at heart.
All right.
Yeah, and I was gonna be the one to call that out.
Oh, wait till the D-Light comes on your show, guys. Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're taking pictures of guys taking a dump around.
That's
around them.
crazy.
That's their promo
That's-
photo. So
yeah, that's
you guys
crazy.
will fit really well together.
You guys have to come in on the D-line. Definitely.
I don't know much about sports.
Neither
Well,
does.
I can wing it.
Yeah, you could pull it off.
I watch wrestling.
Yeah. See.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Please and thank
Well,
you.
yeah.
I'm like bursting at the ears to speak of this.
Yeah. We'll talk
Oh.
about that in a little
Oh,
I'm
that's
wound right
right.
now.
Because last night, I don't watch wrestling, but
Yeah,
I
Royal
so I
Rumble.
apologize.
Royal
but I do know
Rumble.
the Royal Rumble was
You
yesterday.
better apologize.
I
It's the Royal Rumble.
studied a little bit of it.
I watched
Just
it when
to,
I was younger. I was into it, and then I just kind of
got mature and grew out of it like a normal person. Yeah, I understand.
No,
Whatever.
no, it's entertainment. You know what I mean?
Right.
I stopped watching half-naked guys grope each other in leotards a long time ago.
The women are better than the guys. The women are better than the
They have
guys.
some
You can knock it
beautiful
all you
women in
want,
there.
but it's the same as sports entertainment as NFL.
Yeah.
It's all the same shit.
Yeah, but they wear
sports
clothes.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Sports entertainment, and it's fine. But anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit because
we'll get to that.
I want to talk about the Ronda Rousey situation too.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of
I think
lame.
that's
I
cool.
thought they should have used her way better than they did
Yeah,
last night. But
we'll
we'll talk
talk
about that a
about
little bit.
that.
I want to talk more about vaping though, because vaping is super popular. Now they have there's sports when it comes to vaping.
Oh yeah,
you know
they
there's
do
competitions.
They do the
and
cloud tricks and
cloud
stuff
tricks
like
and-
that. You know
yeah.
what I
Jeff,
mean?
give us a cloud trick. You know.
I was just gonna ask him.
I don't have any cloud
You
tricks.
can do
You have no
something.
cloud tricks.
I mean,
you need.
what are we gonna do? A
You own
tornado? Make
you
a
own-
tornado
listen,
or
I don't
something?
care what you do. Make it cool.
I don't have anything.
Can you make a
cool.
tornado? Then fucking make a
See,
tornado.
that's better than nothing. Give us something. Make a
All right,
tornado.
here we go.
You got a tornado.
If I can't, then I embarrass
Then
myself.
you-
in front
it
of the
Do
blows
you
look like an
practice
ass.
this at all? Or? No,
No.
you're just gonna give it a shot. All right, let's see what he does.
Let it hit your throat. Did it hit it right?
Let's see. Jeff's going in.
That was gay. That was lame. Lame.
I told you that's all
One
I
more
got.
time. One more time.
Yeah, try one more time. One more. I feel like you could do this actually.
I feel like
We,
that was
we need
awful.
we need Jay Stevens in here. He could do one.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
I didn't bring a big cloud machine.
God, I
That's
could
what
do
found
better
the
than
place
that, and I
at.
don't even.
I have the utmost
the
confidence.
machines
Anyways.
depend on it.
Yeah.
It
Oh yeah.
depends
Well,
on
if I
what,
had a
like,
200
type of-
watt box mod in my hand right now, I just brought this thing just to be kosher and not cloud
Hey,
this place
bull
up.
and china
Oh,
shop. Easy
okay.
with the hands.
Listen.
Holy, you've
At least
knocked-
I'm talking into the mic now. Before I wasn't
Yeah.
at all.
Well, that and you were knocking the microphone.
And this
smashing it
argument
up.
is brought to you by.
Coldwell Banker's Faith Properties.
Listen, we can't destroying the place.
That's it. With the over/under on how quick it was before you two started arguing was right around 5 minutes.
Oh,
that
he
was
got-
better.
that was
much
much-
better.
There you go. That's
Nice.
all you're getting.
That's all you got.
Fuck.
That's it.
And that tornado was brought to you by Adeline Van
Vapors.
Dyke. She is our local real estate agent that kicks ass out there. And
Janelle-
also the host of the Home Free podcast,
Yes.
which happens
Tonight.
at 7 o'clock.
She's
here
on a
Disrupt.
podcast?
Tommy Drama, right?
Her host is Tommy Drama. We're going
Yeah.
within the D line, or we're going within the Disruption Network family tonight.
Which
so.
is good though, because Tommy knows his shit. So
Yeah, he does.
So, I just smashed my knee on that fucking
You smashed
leg
the
right
knee.
there. Oh
You've
my God.
almost
You
knocked
guys,
the microphone
do you guys feel
down.
that? Holy
I feel
cow.
like at the end of this podcast, I think you two should slug it out in the middle of that space over there, because I know how you guys like to fight with each other.
Oh, it's bad.
I got my odds on Jeff.
There's like a. He's smart.
So how long have you guys? How long have you guys been
Smart.
dating?
That's the same. That's
We've
what I
been in
told
it.
him. to say.
Everybody asks us the same
Everybody.
question.
It's been. what,
It's
6
been
years?
serious for about 9 weeks now, though.
Yeah.
About 10 weeks we're going on.
We went Facebook official.
Who's
at
top?
9
Who's
weeks ago.
bottom?
Oh, God.
Top.
They switch.
No way.
They switch.
Like Joe looks like he'd be the bottom. He's more
He
sturdy.
is the bottom.
He's, I don't know why. I just, if I had to go with it, that's the way I.
Fuck
The
yeah.
fact that you guys want to even know that is.
Ugh.
Acquiring minds want to know.
Bad
I didn't say I
visuals.
wanted to watch. I said I wanted to know.
Janelle wants to know if you guys ship out of state.
If we
Yeah.
Ship
Ship
out of
anywhere.
Yeah, I'll ship Jeff wherever you need him.
Ship internationally. I'll
Oh,
ship
vapes.
wherever you
I
need
thought
it
you
to go.
said shit out of state.
Whatever.
And I was like, well, I have, but
Do you have a website you could plug?
I know they can plug my Facebook. Just go to Deep Vapors on Facebook.
Do you take orders from there?
Oh yeah, we'll
Yeah?
take orders right over there. Yeah, we'll do cards over the phone and whatever you want to do.
Awesome.
And we're easy. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna mute him.
He's cracking up over
I
here.
feel a muting coming on in
you
his
said
part.
you said that when you were on our show. You
Jeff's
said
easy.
you said me and you are gonna have great conversation. You said I'm gonna mute him.
And it's coming to fruition.
Yeah.
But Jeff so far has said he's easy. He likes things hitting his throat. I mean, come on.
Well,
He does.
I
Open
just
up the
can't
door.
stop. Eric just looks at me and I instantly.
well, I get,
Because we're both thinking the same thing.
What
and
got
it's
me
just
last,
like-
I looked at Z and he had a grin on his face, and I was like, yeah, he wanted to say something, so I knew where everybody's head was.
Indeed. Eric is your producer on the show, the
Yeah.
Day Old
he's
Donuts
our
Network.
director too.
He kills it for you guys, man. You're lucky you got him.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God,
give you
you
a
have no
rub
idea.
today, Eric. You guys are lucky
Hey
you
now.
got him.
I will take a rub.
He feels in his throat. You're getting a rub. Nice.
This show, I don't even feel comfortable anymore.
I feel more comfortable knowing that I'm getting a rub now.
That's what disturbs
No,
me.
but you got Eric behind the scenes. He's the one
Yeah.
doing your camera switches, and he when Thursday night he was punching up the Street Rock Mafia. I was mentioning Big Titty Nicky. Let me rewind a little bit. When I was talking to Joe about coming on the show, he's like, "Bring wrestling masks. You got wrestling masks?" I'm like, "I got several. I'd love to. This is my thing." Of course.
Like that's not creepy at all.
I don't think so. No.
Not at
Who
all.
has wrestling masks in their house?
So I got 5 or 6 of them actually. So I brought them. Right. I found the ones that I found and I brought them. Right.
Where do you get them? Where do you?
You know, I have friends that give them to me as gifts because I'm so obsessed with them now that
Really?
people will just, hey, they'll see a wrestling mask and they'll buy it for me.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. I got great friends.
That is
I
a
do.
great friend.
Those are definitely good friends.
I got great friends.
We need new friends.
So this dude tells me to bring wrestling masks, but not telling me they were going to pair me up with a cross-dresser.
Drag queen.
Drag queen.
Drag queen. You
Sorry.
got to be
Queen.
politically correct.
I'm
on
sorry.
This.
I'm sorry, Electrocute.
Yeah.
Drag queen. Okay. Her name was Electrocute, by the way.
She's
That's
awesome.
Awesome.
If you would have told me to come as Big Titty Nicky, I would have done it in a second. I would have said, screw the wrestling mask. Let me come as Big Titty Nicky.
Listen, if I
You
knew
know?
Big Titty Nicky existed, you would have been all up in it. We didn't know. We got surprised with Big Titty
Yeah, we
Nicky.
found out like halfway in.
Well, and then I introduced them to Big Titty Nicky on the show, and Eric was super quick to pop it up on the screen and pull it up, even though Big Titty Nicky only lasts like 2-3 seconds in the video. But it's a key part of the video.
You know what's funny is Alex was at the party throwing around those fake $100 bills and messing with people. And all over
they
the
weren't
floor-
real?
No, they weren't real. All over the floor. And
Fast Track thought they were.
And it looked like the set of Bitch Better Have My Money.
It did. It did. That was a lot of fun the other night, for sure.
Oh.
So we do Big Titty Nicky and Kitty Haven Hips.
Kitty having hips.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't.
That's supposed to be me.
You're Kitty having hips?
I'm supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
mean supposed to?
When is this tattoo going? I forgot.
Oh,
about
I'll
that.
do the tattoo. The tattoo I'll do, no problem.
That's coming up in
that-
the future
yeah.
show.
I'm gonna get a ridiculously stupid tattoo. Like,
Did you change it? Is it going to be a unicorn?
No,
or did
I'm
you
gonna go with
change
the
it to
unicorn.
A
I'm gonna
kitty,
go with the
'cause then
unicorn.
Big Kitty.
But I want to know with Kitty.
Oh, Kitty
what is it?
having hips.
Kitty having hips.
Yeah, that situation. Well, my awesome people over at Team Larry Entertainment, they're just my buddy Larry, he's awesome, and he produces these shows with drag queens, and he does the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He's awesome.
Kills it, man.
Yeah, he kills it.
He's
He's
got
awesome.
a good following too.
So he came on the show, and I says they were talking about drag. He lost the bet, and he's got to inevitably do a drag show, and he doesn't do drag typically. He's like,
Never did it ever.
he's like, I'll do it though. So he's gonna do it. So I started laughing. I said, you know what? I said, get me 50,000 views on these videos. I says, and I'll do drag for you. And he says, I'm going to take you up on that offer. So far, they've gotten, man, it's got to be close to 30,000 views on that.
I don't know.
On total views? On all
Total
of your-
views on all the videos.
All right, I got to start sharing then.
Oh
I did not
my-
know this.
Yes. Yeah, you get me 50,000 total views. And I'm not just going to dress. I will do the show.
Yeah.
I says, like, yeah, I'll do the show. Fuck it. If you're going to do it right. You know what I mean?
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
So you're going to tuck and tape?
I don't know how.
Let it all hang out, buddy.
I would probably. I probably would.
Tuck and tape.
Yeah, I'd let it all hang out before I tucked and tape, but I'll probably wear something loose.
You could be like Buffalo Bill.
Just let your meatloaf, buddy.
You don't have to wear skin tight shit, you know. I wear like I don't know. I'll figure that shit out.
Yeah. So where's this video everybody can share so we can
Oh,
get
it's
it up
on
there?
our YouTube.
It's on you. Yeah, it's
The
on our
Old
YouTube.
Doughnut Network, and you see any of the Team Larry videos, they're all within its own folder. If you just go, I mean, just give me 50,000.
Use your
I'll man
words,
up.
Jeff.
I'll man up for 50,000 in views.
I actually
Or
offered,
woman up.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
woman
Gonna woman up.
I will
More
woman up.
appropriate-
Tits
when,
appropriately.
when
Tits up.
you're in drag, you are the
Face
woman
down,
the
ass
entire
up.
time you're in drag. You're getting referred to as she, so I will be Miss Kitty Having Hips. I think that's
like
what
it.
it is.
Having hips.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah. So we got to make this happen.
I
Hips
actually
don't
offered.
lie.
I actually offered to go. We're gonna if we're doing it, we're a team.
Nobody wants to see you in drag.
Nobody.
That's
does.
that's the
I do.
problem. That's the
You're
thing.
gonna get it.
Like these
It's
people,
happening.
when I made this offer, I mean, there's a lot of people that are into this. It's a business, you know what I mean? And they were writing to us saying, get his measurements. I'll sew him like professional people that are into this. Said that they would hook me up with everything. So
Hair, makeup, the
Yeah,
whole works. This
yeah.
ain't. This no half-ass production.
I
here.
think
Like,
Joe would look like Snooki.
Yes. Yes.
That's who
That would be awesome.
That
Get the
would
poof going.
be awesome.
Here's what we'll do.
He's got her
So
build.
we got vote. Shut up, Eric. Who brought you?
This fight is brought to you by Saranac.
I'm going to grab another one of these
Help
awesome
yourself,
Utica
brother.
clubs.
Help yourself, brother.
You want one?
No, I'm good right now. I'm good. I got too
no.
wasted this weekend at our anniversary
No
party. I'm
kidding.
still recovering.
It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I can't be getting hammered drunk.
It's 5 o'clock
He's
somewhere.
got Sarah watching the shop. He don't care.
Sarah's got the shop. Got
Thank
the
you,
business.
Sarah.
I'm not driving. It's so good. Once it touches your lips, it's so good.
I hope he's talking about the beer still.
Frank the Tank. Remember that?
So
he does set
Oh my
himself up.
He does every time.
So
Holy
Joe, what would
cow.
your drag name be?
I don't know.
We got to get him a drag.
We
name.
got you one.
Saggy
We had one.
It was
Donuts.
stupid.
Saggy Donuts.
Nasty Natalie.
Nasty Natalie.
Nasty
I like
Natalie.
Nasty
Ooh, I like
Natalie.
that.
That's a good one.
Nasty
Yeah,
Natalie.
it kind of goes with your last name.
Let's see what the world of Facebook has to say about it.
Yeah.
We got some people. Anthony, what do you think? David, anybody? What? I don't know, because we got Jeff's name because we put it in one of those, like, the...
Oh, a generator?
Yeah, we threw it in one of the generators, and out of all of them, that was pretty good, and then I never threw one in for me, and...
Let's ask the listeners, though.
That's
We're
what-
going to ask Facebook
we'll
right now.
let Facebook.
We're going to ask them, what would Joe's drag name be?
I'd
What
be
would
a-
you name
I'm
him?
going to be hot as hell. You guys don't even know.
Yeah?
You guys are all
Would
gonna
you
wanna
shave
bang
like
me.
your whole body, like really go? Because you're just as hairy as I am.
I'm a
Paisan.
hairy motherfucker.
Me too.
So, well, that's going to be part of the second show. Is Jeff's going to be getting that the pony
Unicorn
tattoo.
tattoo.
Unicorn.
I'm gonna get it on my hip, like on your
Pony,
hip bone, how chicks get
unicorn?
it.
Yeah.
Pony
It's gonna be
unicorn.
awesome.
They're not
It's
the
gonna
same
be awesome.
thing. One's a mythical creature.
You're a mystical creature.
I am mystical.
So yeah, Jeff's gonna do that, and then we got one of our other sponsors, the Clip Joint.
Mm-hmm.
Leah Pendergrass is gonna come down and wax my back.
Really?
So yeah, I'm gonna get a haircut and a back waxing.
And he has a very, very hairy.
It's a
It's
very-
going to be
When's
funny.
this happening?
Well, it's a future show. We're scheduling everything. See, that's the thing. This is the whole.
See, that's not going to get you anywhere near
How do you
50,000
guys
views.
do it? How do you guys
might.
manage guests and stuff? It's a struggle, man. It's booking people and making. Don't you have anxiety the whole time that like they're gonna back out and blah blah blah? Because
It happens.
It does happen, and it gives me anxiety. I don't like it to happen.
Shit happens, man. Sometimes you got no control over things, so you
I
just,
know.
you gotta
Just
let
plan
it
for
happen.
it and
It
hopefully
is
have a
what it is,
backup.
you know?
Or, yeah.
But
It's
as far
true.
as booking goes, I just call people up. Hey, you want to come on the show?
And they do.
And we have this weird situation where people just show up.
Really?
That's
So
it.
that-
Can you lock the door, by the way?
But
Thanks, Joe.
there's been plenty of times here where a guest has backed out. And
Yeah.
like just people just popped in and we had great shows. Just
How many
people
days a
popping
week do you guys shoot this though?
4 days a week.
See, that's crazy because we shoot once a week. That's why it probably gives me so much anxiety because four would be worse. Because you guys got to do this more often. It's just crazy.
we
They
did
have
3
a
hours,
really
too, so-
nice setup though too, like where we're kind of building every week. We're setting
Yeah.
up our. This is very nice, very
Yeah, we
clean.
need
They don't
this.
have to worry about.
They just show up and it works.
Station, yeah.
They don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
they
You
don't.
guys are doing this great, though, man. I
You
love
come
what
in,
you
you
guys
hit
are
a
doing.
button.
Mobile.
Are you having fun?
Dude,
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's
blast,
it's
you know?
it's fun. Well, it's
And honestly, tearing it, that stuff's not a major thing. You know,
No,
it's
right.
what 10, 12 chords. You know, it's not a
not
big
bad.
deal. But this is like I said when I came
want a
in,
permanent
this is a
setup.
very nice setup.
right.
As
I like
our-
your
as-
setup, though.
As our tech
I-
guy, I
it's-
would like something a little nicer.
I agree. Our tech center should be centered somewhere, and it should be stationary and put. But like, I like being on a set too. You know what I mean? Because you do have the opportunity for, like, if Joe did the cinnamon challenge here, you'd have fucking cinnamon everywhere.
don't want that
You know what I
happening
mean?
in
Well, you
here.
can move over here. You have all this
Well,
room
they got
behind
see,
you.
look, they got camera.
Yeah, yeah.
camera,
This is. We need to set up a table or something too.
Hey, man.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, listen, fellas, we got this relationship. We can help each other, right?
That's
And
the thing.
that's the
Yeah.
whole plan. Is like we want to help you guys out, and you
Sure.
guys
That's
help
awesome.
us out, and we, you know,
Absolutely.
and promote and help promote. And plus, you got this thing going on with Dynasty. We can talk about that
Yep.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, make sure the big thing is people don't realize it, but like your shares help.
Right.
Everybody
absolutely.
That,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody that's watching, if you just share this video, I see that there's 17 people on right now. If 17 people share that, it helps out so much.
Oh,
I
it gets
agree.
the reach.
It gets the reach, and then you don't have to give greedy Facebook any extra money.
Like if people don't understand, like you know how you click on the video of
Now you're gonna get it shut off.
yeah,
yeah. Well, you know how
They're
you
listening.
click
You
on the
mean
video
awesome
of
Facebook.
whatever stupid video on Facebook, and then there's the video under that. It's the more people share it and are talking about your stuff, it'll pop up on more people's stuff, so you'll actually get more exposure.
And people don't
which
realize
is,
it. Shares help.
Shares help.
So
Yeah, sharing
Shares
is
help.
caring.
Shares help.
So everybody out there watching this right now, please share this.
Yeah.
We would be doing all of us a huge favor by
That's
sharing
all.
this.
Share.
Share
Thank
the
you.
fact. We love you.
And we got one right here. A
Share-
good name
see?
for you. You would be Rosie O'Donnell. That's what Chris, your boy Chris, is saying right now.
Chris, you need to be a little more original.
I think
bud.
you'd be better looking than Rosie O'Donnell.
I think I'm.
I think
way-
so too. Way
you
better.
probably
looking.
you get that makeup on. Yeah.
I'm gonna look more like what's the lady from the.
Janelle, thank
show?
you so much for sharing. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
You could go over to EC Radio's Facebook page and like that, or you can find us at disruptionnetwork.net. We have a brand new website out there. We just launched it last week. It's disruptionnetwork.net. So go over there and help us out. We're also on YouTube as well, Disruption Network
That's
on
awesome.
YouTube.
Yep.
Like and subscribe, share, do all that stuff. Please,
Yeah.
think you'd be helping all of us out
Like,
as well. And then help out the Old Doughnut Network as well, too, on Thursday nights. Like, share, comment, be involved, right? We
Yeah.
want
We
that.
love
We
it.
love the interaction.
Yeah.
Love it when people talk to us.
Exactly.
And now the big thing is that was a problem that we addressed. Every week we try to get just a little bit better. No major leaps, but just a little bit, And now that we got Eric, that's going to be his big focus. Talk to us. We want to know what you're thinking. And now I don't have to bury my face in the phone or in a tablet. Like, I felt bad because, all these people are saying hi. How do you say hi? See, here I can just look and see, but...
I'm talking. Joe's ignoring me.
Yeah.
I'm having these conversations by
"Good talk."
myself for a half hour. Blah 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 blah. blah. And I'm,
ADHD.
Well, the fucker ain't even talking to me anymore.
It's like Joe's not even
When,
paying attention.
when did? Yeah.
Lost him.
That's why I get anxiety over not having a guest because I got to deal with him solo.
We do got a couple names for him.
Yes.
Dream Steamy Kitty. Or Kim Kardashian. or Anthony Ruiz says you would make a good Rihanna.
Oh.
Good Rihanna.
Yeah.
I would be.
Is there another
sexy.
one in there? There's probably a couple of them.
I'm a fan
And a
of
few
Rihanna.
people
I can't-
shared it. So thank you so much,
Yes,
guys.
thank
you,
you.
everybody, for sharing this. And also hop over on Thursday. Who do you guys got on Thursday on the Old Doughnut Show?
This week?
We got a
Ooh.
good one.
Oh
we got?
yeah.
All three of the fight. We like supporting all things local.
Yeah, good.
So we try. Yeah, it's a good thing, good start. But
Absolutely.
we got these three guys from where we're from down there in the valley. The Doolin brothers and Travis Streeter. They all fight in this thing, Cage Wars, out in Albany. And Davey fought for the belt Saturday night. Travis fought, and so did Davey's brother Mike. And we're bringing them all three on. Travis knockout. Mike, I believe that was also a knockout.
No. Travis was a choke.
Travis, yeah.
Mike was a. Travis had a north-south choke. It was really nice. Good job, Travis. Michael Doolin had an arm triangle.
That's what it was.
He beat the kid up on his feet real good, knocked him, and then he caught him in an arm triangle. And Davey Doolin, also one of my good friends, his fight was controversial, man. It was a close fight. It wasn't
Very close fight.
It was.
Did it go to
It
decision?
did. It went to a decision, and Davey didn't get the win, which I love him to death, but I could see where the judges scored it. I'm an MMA fan, a huge MMA fan. You can never leave it in the hands of the judges.
No,
You
that's the
have to
worst thing.
finish the fight one way or another, and it didn't get finished, and it didn't go his way. But I love the Doolin brothers to death.
So they're
they're
coming
so
on.
awesome. Yeah, we're having those
We're
boys
having them
on.
all come on. We're gonna we'll let Davey talk. We'll have Mike. And
Davey
Travis
will be
on.
back. I'm telling you, mark
Davey's
my
gonna
words.
come
Davey's
back.
going to come back, and he's going to kick this kid's ass. He's going to be the champion, and it's going to be awesome. But,
Yep.
yeah, we're stoked.
Yeah, we're pumped.
That's super cool. Now, do you guys got guests lined up all the way through the end of the month, or how do you book?
We kind of do, but then it's like, I don't trust my guests. So it's like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Because we only shoot once a week. You know what I mean? So if we lose a guest, it's like, what the fuck?
That's how we got lucky with you. Somebody bailed, and I reached out to Z, and I'm like, yo, man, you want to come on the show? And he's like, yeah. And I'm
Most
like,
people are
awesome.
scared.
worked out
You don't
great.
have people that
Oh,
are
I know.
scared?
All the time.
Absolutely.
All
know?
the time.
Absolutely.
I have friends that are like diehard, friends of mine. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a word, diehard friends. But
Right,
anyway,
yeah. Would never come on the show.
But no, we've actually kind of had to smooth them into coming on the show. I'd be like, some of my friends would go on all these other radio stations, but they won't come on my network.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, what the heck? But
Radio's terrifying.
a lot of that's
though.
working out, though.
But
A lot of that's
we
working
get the opposite. We'll have people come on to the radio show, but they won't want to do the podcast. And we're like, you'll go onto the radio not knowing who's listening to you.
Yeah.
You could catch that one, that one guy driving from New York City that just happened to catch the radio station for whatever reason, and he just listened to you.
Yeah.
And you just don't know. Right now, I can clearly see I'm talking to people. Alice, hey, Alice
think-
is on. That's my mother-in-law.
Do you
She
prefer
likes
the
it.
camera
She loves
in front of you, or would you rather take the camera away?
It doesn't matter. I don't even know they're there anymore.
I prefer the camera on me.
Yeah.
Than talking. Radio's scary to me. I do radio. I do a radio show with Joe, and it's like you're on the radio. You're like, oh fuck, I can fuck this.
You just
up.
gotta remember not to pick your nose.
Your buddy Chris got another good one. Jen Belushi.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I like this, Chris.
Ding. I like that one.
Do you have the ability to Skype him in? Do we have that ability here? Because
I haven't tested it yet, so
All right.
I don't want to go on the fly, and if it doesn't work, I don't want to
Well,
fail.
why don't you just Facebook call his ass right now? Talk to him on the Facebook. People could see and hear this idiot. I don't know him. But he comments bullshit to you every single time.
And
it's
now
like,
you two are besties.
Well,
you haven't even met yet, and you're having sleepovers.
I got to answer Janelle's question. She wants to know what nights we run.
What's
We're on
up?
Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6 here. Well, it's like 3 to 5:30 now. We had to cut it kind of short, but we roughly run about 2.5 hours. So, thanks for tuning in, Janelle, and thank you for bringing some of these new guests.
You're prime
these new
time
people.
though, kinda.
Prime time?
Well, a little bit. You're
prime time's like 7, 8, 9, somewhere around
not
that.
really. Wow,
This is
for
midday
TV.
or
Yeah, because you
afternoon.
got to remember a lot of internet runs on what's happening in California. Because we had Ron Jeremy, and we had to schedule our whole day around California time just to interview him. You know what I mean? It's like,
That you did for that interview?
Yeah, we had to.
That's right, because they're 3 hours behind?
You're right.
Yeah, you could check out our Ron Jeremy episode on what is it, Jeff? YouTube, is it? Right now? We got Jeff got
He's
that one
awesome.
up there.
Nice.
We had.
Yeah.
How was Ron Jeremy to talk to? Pretty cool.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's awesome.
The hedgehog.
I'll ask him to call you.
I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna say,
I'm
that's
gonna
his
call
name.
him this week. So I'll ask him. I'll say, dude, could we have my buddy wants to talk to you too?
I would love that.
I like. He was so awesome with us. I felt bad I had more show to do, so I kind of was like, all right, I got to go, Ron. You know what I mean? We had to finish our show up, and he would have talked to me for another 3 hours, I'm sure. Which I regret now. I should have just talked to him for 3 hours.
Dude, Ron Jeremy, we thought he was going to want to just get on, get the hell off. Like, this dude kept talking. He even had a harmonica.
Usually he does get on and get off.
Oh, yeah.
Bone.
But yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah, there, I got the bell. I'm going to be belling it.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you could be a light Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy light.
Did you see this? Anthony says that he goes, my name would be childhood obesity. Wendy McDonald.
Alice wants to know, what about some WWE Universal wrestlers? Who I would love to get some of them on this show. I'm sure Joe would love to get some on your show.
Don't
they have a ridiculous schedule?
Hang on. Hold up. Hold that thought. We may, Chris Envy, I don't know if you're watching. I hope you are. But, yeah, he's one of the owners. He said that, they always bring, a nostalgia wrestler. We might be able to get one of them. I think he said Keith Richards might be who we might get.
Keith Richards?
Yeah.
From the Stones? He was a wrestler?
Wait a minute.
You mean Stevie Richards?
I was going to say, if you get Keith Richards.
Keith Richards never wrestled?
Fucking A, man. He might have. Who knows? He probably doesn't even remember.
All right, whatever.
Anthony wants to know what your show is called.
The Dale Donut Show.
Yeah.
Yep. You can find you guys on Facebook.
Right on Facebook.
You could do a search for the Dale Donuts Network. Hit the like button. I think, Anthony, you should have got a request. Check your inbox.
Well, you could check it out.
Check it out.
It's a good show, I think.
I had a blast the other day. I really did. I had a lot of fun. It was fun, and you got me pretty liquored up too. So.
Is it? You've been on other people's podcasts?
Yeah.
Are we like anybody else's podcast?
You're a hell of a lot more ADD than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's because of him.
It really is.
You're welcome.
It really is.
I
try to have somewhat of a format going into
Sponsored by Ritalin.
Right. Right.
We are accepting new sponsors,
especially from Ritalin.
Joe's the best color commentator I've ever worked with because he just doesn't. It doesn't matter. Whatever he says is color to the situation. You know what I mean?
Light me right up.
It's awesome. But Joe's been he's really good at promoting and marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And he hooking up with Dynasty is awesome. I did a little bit with some MMA fighters the last fight and did a lot of interviews with them, and that went really well.
Cool.
Yeah, and I got to meet a lot of them, which was cool because these are up and coming kids that are gonna start getting good with it. And Joe started talking about the wrestling thing, and I haven't been into it since I was a kid, but it's awesome. I like the bad guys. You show me a good bad guy on anything, and I'm into it. You know what I mean? So if they got some big, mean, scary bad guy, what do you mean? There's no such thing as a bad guy. They're all good bad guys.
You talking like in movies or just
in life in general? You know what I mean?
Well, like in America, we embrace our bad guys.
You
Billy
watch
the
Game
Kid.
Oh yeah.
Al Capone.
You watch Game of Thrones?
Trump.
Right. You know what I mean?
Let's not take that turn.
I know you guys. Nobody watches Game of Thrones.
I don't. My
Game of
GPS
Thro-
don't
love
know
Game
that.
of
Love Game of Thrones.
Love Game of Thrones.
Ramsey Bolton is my hero.
Oh my God!
Are you? Well, I hated that.
Wait a second. Before, I'm glad you mentioned that because I know you and I are both friends with Josh Reel. Doesn't he remind you of Josh Reel when you look at him?
Ramsey Bolton.
Ramsey Bolton.
Oh yeah.
Every time I see
yeah.
him, I think it's Josh from KO Industrial.
Did you see he's going to be playing Mick Mars in the new Motley Crue movie?
No, I did not see
Yes,
that.
it's a,
No, the guy that played Ramsey Bolton.
I loved him. He was the best, because I love Joffrey. I like the bad guys.
I can't believe
Joffrey
you
was
like
I hated
awesome.
Joffrey.
I hated
I was so
Joffrey.
happy when he died.
So
He's
was I.
awesome. Torturing bitches and shit like that. And
Such a
you know?
sick-
Do you watch Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Do you like Negan?
I love Negan.
Negan's a great.
I want Negan to kill all Rick and all his people, and the whole show be about Negan from now on because Rick and their people suck. You know what I mean? How come nobody's getting eaten by zombies anymore? This is not a thing. You just walk around and poke them in the head with a pencil. Because I'm pretty sure.
No, they take one shooting lesson. They could shoot them like from a car driving by at 50 miles
they're
per hour.
instant
well,
masters.
you see this pen. This pen would slowly go into their brains, and it's right through the skull. But I don't know if you know the way a human body rots or any kind of bone. Even a bone like 5 years old is not going to be like butter. It's fucking bones. You know what I mean? You ain't sticking a pen through it.
we had a couple more good names. Ramona Lush. That's a good one. I like that one. That would be a good name for Natarelli if
Lush.
If he was a cross-dresser. Also, the commish checked and he said Keith wrestled meth and won.
I think he
So
wrestled
true.
David Bowie too.
So true. And then our boy
naked.
Tommy B's checking in from Atlanta, Georgia, saying the $5 face slap. I took a $5 face slap from Ben Hameen, Hacker Hameen, a couple months ago.
Did
here
you really?
on the show? Yeah.
How bad was it?
It was all right. I got
$5?
Yeah, it cost me $5.
Why?
It cost you $5?
I'll slap you for free right now.
It's part of his shtick. He hands out $5.
I love
face
that.
slap.
He's a brilliant marketer. You pay me $5 and I slap you in the face.
It works every time.
That guy's a genius.
And I got to give big ups to him. He showed up at our
he
party
did.
on Saturday night, so that was cool
did?
to see the hacker come in. And
Is he a big dude?
He's a big dude, and he's also going to be featured on Vince Russo's podcast, on Podcast One. So big ups
Really?
to him, man. That's really, really huge. That's a big move
Is
for
Vince
him. And he's
Russo-
also on. He's got a big podcast out called Conspiracy Horsemen with Stevie Richards and him and the Greek Papadon and some other guys. So. Big ups to our boy Ben Hameen for doing some good stuff.
That's
out
awesome.
There.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Oh, he's a heel all day.
He's a heel?
Heel all day.
That's what
You
I
would
like.
love him.
I would love him.
Sarah says you got a Lucille shirt at the shop.
Yes, I do.
And Lucille's the bad baseball bat.
Yeah,
It crushes everybody's skulls in.
Who's Lucille?
Lucille's Negan's bat on Walking Dead that he
dude,
smashes
Walking
people's
Dead.
heads into. You know?
Barbed wire around it.
Yeah. It's pretty badass.
Right on, man. And Natarelli, we had to go to the bathroom. He says, I have no idea about this show, so
probably
I'm
gotta
going to pee
poop.
now.
He's probably gotta poop.
Don't break our toilet. It's crooked in there.
He's checking in from the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many day-old donuts.
True. You know, we're talking about baseball bats with barbed wire on them. Our first show, me and Joe, the way we got rolling was we just sat down in a recording studio, and we started talking about. I wrote down a couple stupid topics, and then one of my buddy Pat Seeley sent me a text message while we were shooting. He goes, "Talk about like the last weapon. Like if you got to pick 3 weapons out of zombie apocalypse, what they would be." So me and Joe just sat down, and I said, "What would they be to you?" And this is a fun game. You could pick your 3 weapons if you want, but Joe came up with one was a baseball bat with a circular saw blade through it. And I was like, that's a wicked gnarly weapon. I never even thought of that. You know what I mean?
I bought my brother throwing axes.
Yeah.
And they're like tomahawks.
Yeah.
Oh, those are awesome.
Dude, they're awesome, right? And you can throw them. I'm like, see, if there's a zombie apocalypse, you could throw them, and you can have them side by side and kill zombies.
Would that be on your top 3 weapons?
It would
What's your
definitely
top 3 weapons for zombies?
Well, those
killing
would
each
definitely be
other?
on the top 3 because, like I said, you get hand-in-hand combat,
Yeah.
and you can throw them.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna have some sort of gun, so I would say, like, I would have to go with like a AR of some sort. I would want some kind of firepower.
Right.
And then
Gotta always worry about ammo, though.
that is true, but that's why you got the The X's.
Well, I mean, availability after. That's why I'd probably go with something more shotgun or, I don't know, 30-06, something that you think people have laying around. You know what I mean? These hillbillies. Hell yeah.
I think a shotgun would probably be the most common.
Yeah, me
You'd probably
too.
be able to find
Shotgun
a lot of
ammo or
shells.
22.
I'd go with
even
an
22
AR
ammo is
though.
probably.
The ammo would be hard to find, but
Yeah, that's what
I'd
saying.
go with the AR.
So would I if you know that you could get your hands on it.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're going to want a shotgun.
I'd throw a sword in there, too.
And then some sort of knife.
Yeah,
you
like
need a knife.
I'm
cut
using
their head
dragon
off.
glass.
You're getting dragon glass?
I know nothing about Walking Dead. I don't.
It's not Walking Dead. I'm just saying
What,
in
Game
a
of Thrones?
No, zombie apocalypse. Zombies come right now. What 3 weapons would you pick up and take with you?
Jeff, because you are.
Well, in reality,
Yeah, in reality.
in reality, there's not really zombies, so I don't know.
Oh.
A flamethrower. How about that? A big.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Big
Run out of
burn
ammo.
'em,
though.
But you always got to have a knife handy.
You do.
You know?
Yep.
I would want like a long knife,
Yeah.
though, like a Rambo type of.
I'd
bitch,
want-
you know?
Absolutely, because you could use it as a weapon, but you also could use it as a tool.
Mhm.
It's multifaceted.
Plus, you want something with a reach too.
Yep.
So I could poke Joe in the head from here.
Because like a sword would be kind of cumbersome to carry around all the time.
It would be.
It would be extremely cumbersome.
I had
unless you're a Highlander.
I had
of
a
course.
dream Joe died last night.
No,
I loved it.
That's not good.
So I knew this was true, and you want to know how I knew this was true? Jeff called me at 9 a.m. Dude, you don't ever get Jeff on the phone before at least 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I like to sleep, man.
In sleep, he does. I'll call him up and be like, yo, we got stuff to do. He's like, I'm just waking up. I got to take a shower. I'm like, dude, it's 1 in the afternoon. He's like, oh, yeah, all right. I'm like, who's running your shops? Oh, Sarah's down there. You're good. I'm like, yeah, so Sarah's not lying.
No,
I
we
forgot
need
where
you
we-
around, pal.
Yeah, I don't want to
So
die.
how'd he die?
Yeah, don't. This makes me sad. He called me up like he was
I-
serious about it.
I woke up. I woke up early. It woke me up. I said, "Fuck!" And I was having this dream. I was crying with his mom, and this and
It was
that.
very, like,
it was
detailed.
vivid. Yeah, it was like it was like fucking.
He's like, dude,
he
I'm
died
glad
in
you
his
answered the
car
phone.
across the street from where I used to live, and he.
Well, I was detailed.
Yeah,
Very.
he had a heart attack because he ate too much shit food.
Which is kind of realistic.
Wow.
Yeah.
The weird thing is we both two people that we knew and grew up around just actually recently passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
They both, and it was heart attacks. So
Yeah.
like when Jeff called me up, I mean. I'm not being funny. Jeff really does sleep till 2 a.m. But like
2 a.m.
or
2
or 2
p.m.
p.m.
No,
2 p.m.
I like noon,
p.m.
man. Noon's cool.
We shoot for noon, but we shoot
No,
for
wake
noon.
up at noon. I mean, shoot for afternoon. But
But it's scary. It could happen.
Right.
It's not like this. It's not.
Right.
It could happen.
Hey,
It
pal,
could
when it's
happen.
your time, it's your time. You got
Well,
nothing
one
to
of
say about it.
One of our buddies.
kind of
he
do.
was-
You
I'm
can
in-
take care of yourself.
I agree.
You kind of do.
But the one buddy passed away. He was like early 30s, man. Like,
Yeah, that's-
like it's not like oh.
I had a friend die at 27 of
Yeah.
heart.
So did I hit a
attack.
nerve
Dude.
this morning or
Really?
what?
You scared me. I'm
Did
not
I?
gonna lie. And when I saw you called me at 9 o'clock, I immediately thought something was wrong. Oh, I broke down on the side of the road. The store's on fire. Something. But no, I'm like Jeff Miller. It's 9:08, and I'm like, maybe there's a prank call.
Speaking of which, I do want to give a shout out to our buddy Robbie Danger, who is getting out. He had a little complications over the weekend, and he seems to be doing better now. But good luck, Robbie.
Good luck, Robbie.
People just need to take care of themselves a
Yeah.
little better, you know?
I guess
It's
so.
important. I'll tell you, man, when I hit 40 and I went to see the doctor, and the doctor was like, dude, if you keep it up the way you're doing it, you're
Yeah.
going to be gone in a year from now. And I listened to him and changed my diet and regimen and hit the gym and exercise every day. So
That's good.
it's important. You got to take care of yourself. If you want extended time on this earth, you got to take
oh,
care
yeah.
of yourself.
You got to
Absolutely.
sweat.
Well,
You
it's
gotta- people don't get it. You got to sweat.
Like you were saying, I was a prime candidate for a heart
Yeah,
attack.
me
My
too.
doctors are
Sign
like,
me up.
dude, you better start doing something. Like you said, like you're prime candidate for a heart attack.
Yep.
Soda is
guys see
the
grounding?
devil.
Oh, soda's awful,
You guys
but I
see the
love
science
it.
of grounding? Did that pop up on your feed?
No.
What is it?
The science of grounding didn't pop up on your Facebook? Oh, I'm so happy it popped up on mine.
Oh,
They
boy.
say ground. You know how you ground stuff, like you ground a wire from
Yeah.
a telephone pole, so if it gets struck by lightning, it goes into the ground and not into your house. Well, being grounded, anything stuck to the earth, there's a scientific study that says that people that like touch the earth because our rubber soles on our shoes.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
if you walk barefoot,
you're supposed to walk barefoot
and
touch the
it.
ground. And grounding is like so
The
good for
energy
your
from
body.
the earth goes
They
into
say you're
you,
better off.
apparently. I read. I saw the same thing.
They say you're better off taking a nail, hammering it into the ground, and running a wire to your house and putting it on like that metal duct tape shit. And if you sleep on it, your body will be grounded, and you'll have scientifically better results of your health because you're grounded. Yes.
We had a gentleman on last week talking about taking cold showers in the morning.
Cold conditioning.
Really?
Yes, my good buddy does that. Actually, he's he's an oddball. He's a vegan and a bodybuilder, and
we were just talking about
him.
We
were actually just talking about him, and he is recently into this cold shower thing.
I ain't doing it.
Not in it.
Fuck that shit.
Like middle of winter, he's taking ice cold
good,
showers.
What he was telling us, he's never cold. He doesn't shiver anymore. He's so used to the cold. Yeah, like it works. It helps his metabolism, and it's been helping him. He's lost some weight, believe it or not, doing cold showers every day.
Well, I mean, that's what it's good for inflammation and all that, because that's what a lot of fighters after they do ice baths and stuff like that. So I mean, it's got to be good for just the general person. Maybe not as extreme as
he also said it's like his mentality, like if somebody cuts him off in traffic, he's able to kind of like process it a little bit better. You know, he's not so like angry, like it doesn't disrupt him. He's like, all right, well, this is just going to happen, and kind of just goes through the flow. Where like before, he would just like jump off the handle and flip off and go nuts. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy though, but it has helped him a lot, and he's been doing it regularly since last summer. He said.
Yeah.
And even when it was like minus 22 degrees, he was taking cold showers.
Yeah, that's what my buddy does. Freezing out, he's
weird.
still taking
I
cold
follow him on
showers.
Facebook, too.
Yeah, he does a lot of.
He does some weird. The vegan people, man, they do some crazy stuff.
The vegan people.
It ain't for me, but I applaud them.
Yeah.
Chris wants to know if you put the seat up and washed your hands.
I did.
Good.
I did. Alice wants to know when we're going to talk about wrestling. She's ready.
She's ready.
She goes, "Are you
She's a
tired?"
big
Yes,
wrestling
I
fan.
am tired because I sat on the couch watching wrestling.
Can I just say that was so long? Like it's like if you look at the pregame and all that stuff when it comes to a WWE preview, it's like a 6-hour event.
You didn't answer your phone all day yesterday. You were like, it's off.
Because I didn't want to fight with you about you quitting again.
That's longer than WrestleMania. WrestleMania is only usually like 5 hours.
Dude, I sat through the 2-hour pre-show and the entire event. I thought for sure I was going to pass out, but no, I made it through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want that shirt, man. That's an awesome shirt.
So, Joe, what'd you think of the
trade
overall
with you,
show?
but I don't know if you fit this. What size are you?
Are you guys playing shirt swap right now?
This is 2X.
Yeah.
Joe, what did you think of the overall show? Last night.
Like it was.
How long
I
was
liked
it?
it. I enjoyed it. I feel like they could have did things a little bit better. The Brock Lesnar fight, that was pretty good. The AJ Styles, I'm just kind of over their whole gimmick, that whole little Sami Zayn and
KO.
I just feel like they're wasting talent on
I'm
KO.
with you.
KO can do way better.
AJ Styles is the best wrestler out there, though, right?
I do like AJ.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, so now that Shinsuke win it.
He's going over.
He's going over. You think he's gonna be put over there?
I think eventually they put the strap on him, but I don't know.
I read an article. I get sucked into those Facebook articles, and I try to decipher what's real and not. And I get a lot of wrestling ones, and it's like top 10 wrestlers to probably get released in 2018.
Yeah.
And Shinsuke was on that list, so I'm like, but they just made him win the Royal Rumble. Now he's gonna fight AJ Styles, what? And then they're gonna fire him after that.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Fake news.
He's gonna be popular.
Yeah,
he's super popular right now.
Dude, they kept singing his song until pretty much the next guy came into the ring,
which is cool, actually.
They just the whole arena just kept serenading him, and he's just ready to go.
I want to talk about. I think they botched Ronda Rousey's appearance yesterday.
Holy shit!
Oh, she appeared.
She
What
appeared last
happened?
night.
Tell us about
And it
that.
was-
I think
I've
it's
heard
smart that
that-
she's doing
Me
it.
too, because she's getting paid.
Agree.
Hell yeah.
A lot.
And
of
she
money.
doesn't have to like get her shit kicked out of her.
No.
Well, now they're.
They still get
Or
hurt.
even-
Well,
I know
yeah.
you think it's
No,
fake, but they still get
dude,
hurt.
when
They
you're
do.
catching elbows and shit to the face and
You're
you're
not
bloody
gonna
to a
literally
pulp,
get-
MMA training is off
You're not
the
going to
hook.
get knocked out cold like she
Right,
did.
exactly.
Or diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't
I
have
mean,
to
she's
cut
getting
weight.
pummeled to the fucking face. I
Right.
mean, I understand there's athleticism and shit like that to it, but like when you want to talk about like extending the longevity of your career, this is definitely a way better route to go than.
Well, there hasn't been any long-term UFC fighters because they get killed and then they get caught.
Right.
Their promotions aren't. You know, I would love to see a has-been league of all the people
There
that
is,
I grew up watching.
basically.
Bellator.
Yeah,
but you know
not
what?
trying to be an ass.
I know, and I love it. But
the younger guys, the lower weights seem to be new up-and-comers, but the heavyweights, it's all the
Which
older
is the people you
want
to watch fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. You're right about that, but it's.
But Ronda Rousey coming in, like
they botched it.
They botched it. They dropped the ball.
What'd they do?
Well, what happened was they had the very first ever women's Royal Rumble. And
first ever, making history.
Which was great. I thought it was awesome. Saw my girl Trish Stratus. I love Trish. Still love her. Still looks great.
She was in
it? Do you
it?
think she's going to come back for a little small comeback
It'd
to
be
her?
cool.
How old is she? Who was she with? She was with somebody.
Edge and Christian.
No, like in real life.
No, the Hardys. The Hardys. I'm sorry.
In real life. In real life,
Lita
Trish
was there
Stratus
too.
Married to somebody.
Lita was. Well, there were so many throwback women from back in the day.
Molly Holly.
Molly Holly.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna listen to me. Oh God, I don't know.
I had a bet on Matt Hardy last night.
Well, see what happened was last night. So they get through the whole women's Royal Rumble. Asuka wins.
What do you think? What do you think about Asuka?
She's gonna be awesome. She's a superstar. She is. She's a superstar. I love her technique and her style of fighting.
She's a little thicker Asian girl than we're used to seeing. Usually they're these little tiny things, and I don't know. It's kind of. I watch it.
So, anyways, Asuka wins, and the two champions get in the ring. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They get in the ring, and they're hanging out with her. And then all of a sudden, the music comes out. And it was Bad Reputation by the Runaways. That's what they're using for her music. And I thought it was cool.
Is that like Joan Jett's Bad Reputation?
Yes. The Runaways originally did that. But they ripped off the Roddy Piper T-shirt for her.
Completely
where it says,
ridiculous.
Yeah, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cheesy.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
I know, you know.
That's what they called her in the UFC, though,
Yeah,
too.
but you didn't
Yeah,
have
but
to
ripped
not
off-
Roddy Piper.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
you have this. Yeah, you probably should have changed
Unacceptable.
it.
And she doesn't have.
I agree.
She doesn't have the Roddy Piper
attitude.
Like Roddy Piper was like outgoing. He was like,
and she didn't say two fucking words.
Right.
No, she just
he's
puts her face
like
on.
I hate to say the word flamboyant, but that he was like charismatic.
He was dramatic. He was
like
an
ball
actor.
buster. Yeah.
He was good. Like him and Mr. Perfect and all those guys were like performers.
She's very blah. Like when it comes to, she's not a very pumped up.
Fucking people
she
hated
just puts
her
like
in the
a face
UFC.
on. She
She's
puts
an
like
asshole.
the fight face on, doesn't say anything, and just stares
Yeah,
at
I'm
you.
gonna kick your ass. Like
Well, that's
it.
exactly what happened last night. She didn't say one word. They should have gave her the mic. All she did was point to the WrestleMania sign.
All right, we get it. We get it. Who you coming after? Say something.
There's a
I
reason
know.
they didn't give her the mic.
She really didn't say anything. She didn't
Probably.
say anything last night.
She didn't say a
Not-
word. She
not
just
one
pointed
word.
to the sign.
Nothing. Not a damn.
You can't blame her for bad production, though.
Well, I was thinking, and you know
for
what?
the writers to do
Yeah, but she
that,
could've
you know
put
what I
in
mean?
her-
She could have done
Well,
something.
a lot of people were pissed that she wasn't in the Rumble, but that's kind of disrespectful to all the girls that actually were there before her.
Oh, what?
You know what I mean?
yeah,
She won a couple
yeah.
UFC fights. Let's throw her in the
Right,
Rumble now.
exactly,
No.
exactly.
No.
Right.
So that I could see that, but as far as the way they brought her on at the end of the show, they could have done that so much
She
better.
didn't win just a couple of UFC fights. She was like the undefeated champion.
She
for
has
the
the
longest
longest title
Yeah.
hold, 6 title defenses.
And
She's
she's like kicking
legit.
people's asses real quick.
You
too.
know, the
And
UFC,
she's a
the UFC
jiu-jitsu-
brought CM Punk in.
Wow.
You know what? The UFC brought CM Punk in.
And he got
yeah.
And, but they
throttled.
also got their hands on Brock Lesnar, which is a freak athlete
I was gonna say,
that
he-
would really kill people.
He's
did.
a
He
cow.
was a
He's like
champion.
he's freaking cattle in real life.
Oh,
That
yeah.
guy is so big.
Yeah, he does. He's,
Telling me
he's
he
a
never
freak.
took
He doesn't
juice.
make sense. No, he doesn't. He never,
no, he got suspended
He got
for juice.
suspended for
Yeah.
juice. He never said he never took juice.
Oh,
But
no,
he's
I'm
still
saying
a
they just-
gorilla.
Oh, he's not
know what I
no.
mean?
He has special genetics. Not
Oh,
every
yes.
human being can get
Right.
that big.
Right.
You're
Even
talking about vapor
with-
juice, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying, he's like something Stan Lee created. He's not real.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a Stanley
'Cause
villain.
if you go back and look at him,
like Rocksteady and Bebop or something like that. you know?
oh my, yeah, even in his college wrestling, he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
monster.
He's
He's
huge.
240 pounds.
Animal.
He's
Yeah.
just
champion.
yeah, he's just
Yeah,
a
yeah,
different type
Brock
of human
Lesnar's
being.
awesome.
I think. When do you think they're going to take the strap off him?
Probably WrestleMania.
Oh, he won. Brock Lesnar won.
Yeah, he
Brock Lesnar went against last night. It was Brock Lesnar versus
Brock would kill anybody in
Braun
wrestling.
Strowman.
He should always just be the champion
Well,
forever.
did you see how they set that up, Z? For I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
He's like, you didn't beat me. You didn't beat me.
They got that set
Braun
up.
Strowman,
So-
he's country strong, right?
He's
That's the guy. He's pretty cool. I've seen him on some CT Fletcher videos.
He's a big dude.
He's a big.
He's monstrous.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Big dude.
But yeah, I think he's like, you didn't beat me, so I think they're gonna drag that out a little bit longer.
What was your favorite match of the night?
The Usos actually impressed me a little bit.
I love the Usos. I'm a huge fan.
I really liked the Usos when they were in their original gimmick.
I don't. I like them better now.
I didn't know how I felt about it. They came out and I'm like, what? You went from like kid friendly in the paint, kind of cool, to like now you're ghetto thugs, and it's like, all right. But they kind of started to tweak the ghetto thug thing just a little bit to make it. Now I'm actually interested in it. But on the same token, I hated the New Day too, and now I love them.
Yeah, they're funny.
Like, well, they came out, and I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, they're coming out throwing cereal and with unicorns on their heads.
Now with the pancakes.
Now the pancakes. Saving. What's his nuts? Kofi Kingston with the pancake.
That was unbelievable, bro.
Impressive.
And the kid's got springs in his ankles. I know they launched him, but he still managed to clear from the bottom over the top rope from the floor. He jumped from the floor over the top rope. Well, they give him a boost.
For people that don't know wrestling or anything that we're talking about, the New Day is on my T-shirt.
Yep.
They're these three flamboyant guys. They're kind of like a tag team. Well, they are a tag team, and then they take turns. Well, tag teams are usually two people. These guys are three, and if they have the championship, they just pick and choose whoever they want, as a pair to do it. Well, all three of them were in the Royal Rumble, and the way you get out of the Royal Rumble is you got to get tossed over the top rope.
Really?
And both feet have to touch the floor. Well, they found a loophole. This is for people that don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, I understand what you're doing.
So
he's explaining it.
You're painting a picture for anybody that's never watched a Royal Rumble in the past 50 years.
Welcome to the podcast section part of the show, Jeff. Welcome to the wrestling section.
All right.
So anyways, so what I did like is they found different ways for people to get tossed out and save them. So the New Day, their thing is they toss cereal out to everybody. It's stupid. Well, now they're on to pancakes. And of course they brought a plate of pancakes to the ring when they came out. So Kofi Kingston went over the top rope to the floor, but his 2 feet never touched the floor. They kept 1 foot on a stack of pancakes. And they brought him over, and then all three New Day guys and Big E and Xavier Woods launched him back like a springboard. We used to do it in pools back in the day. I still do it in the pool if anybody can lift me. But you get your buddy to sit there and go, and then launched him over the top back into the ring. It was amazing.
From the floor.
Oh, that would have been cool to see, though.
So they saved him, let his 1 foot hit
How
the
high
stick.
is that, man? It's got to be
the ring's
four.
I wish Chris Envy was watching and talking to me right now. He could tell us how tall.
It's almost like 15 feet. I would say it's like 15 feet.
Well, when we go
maybe
to the
like
Dynasty thing, Eric, we got to try. Well, you're little. You're the littlest one. Well, no, Jeff's. We got to figure this out. But whoever's littler out of the two of you, we're going to try and do this at the Dynasty event and see how exactly, because they got a full-size wrestling match.
I'll do it. I'm game.
Jeff doesn't know yet, but he's getting a leg drop. It's happening.
I'm glad you brought up Dynasty. Let's talk about Dynasty. You guys are affiliated with Dynasty Pro Wrestling.
The TV show?
Which my boy, Hacker Hameen, who was at the party the other night, is co-holder of the tag team champs for Dynasty Pro Wrestling. Correct. So that's my man, Hacker Hameen.
I got to witness him for the first time at the last show. It was in December. They did it was called Resurrection, and it had Jake the Snake Roberts in it.
Ah, cool.
Did he bring a snake out?
He totally did. And if you hit up Dynasty,
so he's just Jake Roberts.
We are the Dynasty. If you hit them up, you can do a Google search for them. Go to their website, and you can actually see there's pictures of Jake the Snake stuffing one of the snakes down the pants of one of the wrestlers at the last show.
I remember back in the day when I watched, he'd hide it under the ring.
Yeah, that's what he did.
And then he'd go under the ring and pull the bag out, and then he'd friggin' take the big-ass snake out.
He's toned down the size of the snake.
It was a big one back in
snake.
It's just a step above a garden
from a
snake.
python to a
back in the
snake.
day, it was what? Like it was probably like a 10-footer, 8-footer, maybe.
It's still
a python. Yeah,
you think that snake is still alive? 65, or you think what's the life expectancy?
Dude,
on
he
a
sold that shit for
giant
money
plate?
when he got broke.
Shit, man, I need money. What drug was he on?
Everything.
Yeah, he was.
He was on the everything drug, and he just it's Jake the Snake. He sold it on eBay probably.
It's like everything was hidden under the ring.
But Joe, back to Dynasty Pro Wrestling. Explain to everybody what Dynasty Pro Wrestling is.
They are a local. I don't want to say
they're more
local.
regional, right?
They're regional. And Chris is out of South Carolina. What are you? Anyway, Chris is out of.
I'll mute them.
Yeah, just mute them out. South Carolina. They travel up here. They were natives to this area.
I'm just gonna
So Chris, I believe, was from like the Amsterdam, Schenectady area. So that's why they keep coming up here to do the shows, because that was, that's where they're from. And they got a huge fan base. I went to the show. The stands were packed. It was a packed out show. All the chairs were filled. I'm like, all these people come out. I didn't know what to expect. I've never been to one. And I was like, wow, they put on a full production show. And one of my friends introduced me to Chris, which is one of the co-owners, him and Mike, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, or Chris if I'm wrong. But my friend goes, you got to meet my friend. He owns. I'm like, oh, he owns it. All right, whatever. She's like, no. Kara's like, I'll let you meet him. Well, come to find out, they needed another camera guy because one of their camera angles went down. And then Kara goes, well, Joe does DJ and he's wicked good with technology. He'll do it for you. So I got to watch the rest of the match ringside right on it. And I even got plowed over by one of the wrestlers, like part of the show.
You
so
must have loved that.
I didn't get plowed like Jeff, but...
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
He's saying how he got plowed by a bunch of guys.
I am ADD. I went out of this conversation 5 minutes ago.
What's your affiliation with them? What are you guys going to be doing?
So what we did is I talked it out with Chris. So we're gonna show up. We'll call the matches. We're gonna live stream it because February 24th at the Amsterdam Elks Lodge. I have the links all on my Facebook page if you're friends with me. If not, I can get you the link. And they have a show coming up, and it happens to be their 25th.
It's going to be awesome.
It's their 25th show.
I am pumped about this.
So we're going to interview the wrestlers.
I love interviewing people.
We'll do a live. We're going to do
You guys like the interview process? I love the interviewing people.
Like Mean Gene Okerlund?
He's going to be Mean Gene.
Any kind of interviewing. Just like I'll interview anybody. I like to set the questions and say, what's up with this? Because you know what I like to do? Ask a question that somebody's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, like throw them like a curveball.
Like I'm the unpredictable. What is in your pockets? How much money's in your bank? What, stuff like that.
Jeff ass messed up.
Yeah.
You would have loved the Fishbone interview we did.
I would have. I love
with Pink Schneider. Oh yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, crazy.
That's what I like. I like bring something to the table. What do you got? You know what I mean? Because intrusive questions are fun.
So that's what you guys are going to be doing with Pro Wrestling Dynasty?
I won't be asking them how much money they have.
Are you doing play-by-play too,
guys.
or are you just doing the interview?
From what I understand, it'll have Jeff and we're gonna set up our own live stream with our own live cams, and we'll be on the Old Doughnut Network Facebook page like we do our show normally. But we'll be doing a special Saturday broadcast because it's on a Saturday.
I'm calling it.
I'm gonna be. Yeah.
You're the color guy.
I would love to.
I'm gonna DJ it. I'm gonna DJ it and play some tunes, for all the wrestlers' intro themes. So I'll set up all the sound. I'm also going to hook them up with some lights. I got a lighting truss and stuff. We're going to make the entrance.
You do have some badass lights. You light our store up good.
I light our store up pretty good, too.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to give them a little bit of lighting production value, so they can all come out and have the lights.
Oh, cool.
And then Jeff and I will just they gave us permission to live stream the whole deal, and we'll have a
I'm
going
to beat up their biggest face. Baby face? Face? What is it?
Baby face, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to whoop his ass.
Yeah?
Oh,
he
boy.
comes at me. I'll slap him. I'll show him.
Is there any legends booked for that event?
FBI.
FBI.
It's gonna be the FBI. I'm gonna share. I think I already shared it once, but I'm gonna share it again. Oh, Larry's on. Larry's watching. He's huge wrestling.
Who is the biggest face of Dynasty?
Chris, if you're watching, I really wish he was watching right now, but I like Tyrak.
Tyrak. He's like nobody likes John Cena. Well, so he's like.
We'll wrap up. Hang on a minute. You just brought up a good point, and I wanted to talk to you about that. Yes, but yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna live stream it.
All right.
The Dynasty Pro Wrestling. Hit up their Facebook page.
It's gonna be awesome.
We are the Dynasty. Google them in the Google box.
Janelle wants to know what time on the 24th.
It's all on the flyer. I got to look. I want to say
it's
6
o'clock.
I think
right?
it's 6 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock. It's on their website.
When you have your tickets, you're gonna know.
Yep.
Get the tickets. Get the tickets.
Brown Paper Bag. You can get your tickets on Brown Paper Bag.
They also have like a Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Amsterdam. Is that correct?
I'm gonna have to look.
I'm pretty sure there is. There's like some sort of little Hall of Fame in Amsterdam, New York. You might want to look at. I was wondering if your buddy might have anything to do with that.
I got to talk to Chris. We're working out all the final details, and I'll have all the links up so everybody can watch and see. But keep up on the We Are the Dynasty website, and I'm sure Chris will have it all up there. And obviously, as anything unfolds, I'll clearly have it on my.
They want us to make jokes.
I think they want you to make jokes when it comes to doing the whole wrestling thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
when you're doing the commentary.
Oh
for wrestling.
man, wow.
Byron Saxton, I actually ate Denny's
give
with
it
him.
to them.
Did you?
He is the nicest man ever. I went and ate Denny's with him. They did a show here.
That's
in
why we
Utica.
locked the doors, chicken.
Yes. Well, Crackhead's trying to sell you something.
What do they got? I'll buy. I'm a buyer.
You know, Crackhead's trying to sell you good stuff. At the door?
We're trying to get. I want to some beats. You know what I mean?
You want beats?
Yeah, get some beats for like $20.
Jeff's
you know
jealous.
what? I used to work over at Carl's Furniture when it was in West Utica.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bet for years and years. I got the best deals of my life. Well, number one, the guy with the steaks. You don't trust the steaks, but you eat the steaks and they're really good. You know what I mean? I don't really care. Whatever, I ate it. But the air conditioners, man, the ACs, because I would get. And now you're talking 10 years ago.
Track of we just went from Dynasty Wrestling
to Crackhead Specials.
Crackhead Specials, the ACs over in West Utica, man. I'm telling you, go over to Wager Street, Wager, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. It's right next to No Yes, which is Noise Street. Listen, go over there.
Oh Yes Street.
In the summertime, you'll see some dudes pushing grocery carts with air conditioners. So like $20. Grab them all. Buy them all. Yeah, I was turning around flipping them for like,
This is how we have no direction in our show. We never finish a conversation.
What are we talking about anyways?
I would like to end the Dynasty conversation so we can talk about John frickin' Cena.
Wait, hang on. This fight is brought to you in part by Applebox Video Productions. Check them out, appleboxvideo.com. Our good friend Todd Williams and partner here at Disruption Network.
We need to get together with this Apple box.
Yeah, man.
That is
of course.
dope as hell.
If you guys hang out, he'll probably be popping in soon. So
awesome.
We'll be here. Awesome. He's our partner here.
What is the Apple box? Show us.
The Apple box is it's
his video company.
His video company. He does weddings and all the bar mitzvahs. He'll have a party. He does music videos, whatever. If you need a commercial done, he'll do a commercial for you. He does a lot of stuff. Todd's super talented, man.
Really?
And we're very, very, very lucky to have him on board with us.
We need to meet Todd and make
We definitely have to.
Oh, he'll help you out for sure.
I'm a little slow on the uptake on certain things, so
if
he can help a brother out. But anyway, so Dynasty, February 24th, you're going to see us there, live streaming it. Jeff will just right off on whatever he wants to talk about. So,
but I do. Is there another event after that? Because the 24th, I'm not going to be around, but I definitely want to check out an event put on by Dynasty.
I'll let you know whenever anything comes out. I usually generally share it just because even before we started working with them, I just enjoyed their shows, so I want the world to know about
Joe's
them,
a big Dynasty fan. Huge Dynasty fan.
I love them now. I went to one show and now I'm hooked. I like the fact that you can meet the wrestlers. They're not,
Did they used to have Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
No.
No? I do love some Brutus Beefcake.
He was just here though, actually. Dude, Brutus the Barber Beefcake just did a autograph signing.
I call him Ed Leslie.
Remember the music he used to come out to? Yeah, I'm gonna get that ringtone.
All right. Anyways, before I forget, because
my buddy Lenny ran into him at a Circle K down in Florida once.
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah. Well, he's from Florida.
Yeah,
that doesn't
just
surprise
chilling
me.
at the Circle K.
Yeah.
LJ's on. What's up, LJ?
Strings.
Oh, and there is a wrestling Hall of Fame in Amsterdam.
There is. I thought so. Did you look that up?
This is why I have E-Money.
He hit the Google box.
E-Money is on it.
I told you earlier, you're lucky you got this guy.
I'm telling you, E-Money is my man.
You're very lucky you got him.
And you know
I
what?
need somebody like him. I do. I need an Eric Ray. If you got another Eric, send him
no,
to me.
there's no such thing as another Eric. My Eric is the best
Eric, do you got
Eric
a sister?
Only child.
Listen, you share your friend, we'll share ours.
We'll trade friends.
Trade friends for a day.
Well, that's actually a lopsided trade.
Is
Because
this
you
like
get the better end of the deal on that one.
Is this friends with benefits? Is that like kind of a...
He's my buffer zone. Me and Eric really
He's your
just
fluffer?
met. No, well, we just met not too long ago. We've known each other about a month now. He came over, and I didn't know Eric from anything. And Joe's like, I got this dude. His name's Eric. Blah, blah. And I'm thinking, he's got to be a fucking moron because you're a fucking moron. And anybody that associates you.
He's known Joe.
So I got all nervous. I'm like, fuck, what if he hits the wrong button? So Joe wants to set shit up where, like, it's weird to me not looking at myself on these monitors because I have to face the monitors at me because I don't fucking trust anybody. You know what I mean?
You look fine, buddy.
If the feed goes down, I don't trust anybody to be like, yo, you've been talking for 2 hours and you haven't been live.
Right.
We wouldn't know anything about that.
That's happened here. It happens here weekly, all right?
Yeah, well, that's when we've had mishaps. So I'm like, brought in Eric, and Eric was just
Now
amazing.
we're doing screen changes,
When
YouTube videos, Skype, all of
I'm
it.
like, this kid is a smart kid. Find out Eric's a service back. He's,
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thanks, man.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for your service.
Yep.
Oh,
Thank you.
Eric is
You're
the
welcome.
man, and I'm just like, plus he's my buffer zone. I mean, me and him, I quit every week. Every single week, I'm fucking done with this.
Every
I'm fucking
Sunday,
done.
Why,
Jeff
because of him?
calls me and
Yeah.
quits.
Every week because of him. I just freak out and I lose my mind.
I'll get a text message. Fuck you, I'm out. Fuck this. Fuck
you have my text messages? Read them.
That's awesome.
Allow me.
Sound like a guy I know.
So, anyways, before I forget, the one thing, and we could wrap up this whole wrestling bit.
We wrapped up the wrestling thing a while ago,
I'm
Joe.
not
still
wrapped
on
up. Not wrapped up. I need to know
All right, go
what I need the last and final thing. I need to know your thoughts on John Cena, Roman Reigns, same ring.
Fuck this. I quit.
This is my version of Game of Thrones, so you could bow out. Roman Reigns, John Cena, center of the ring, and the whole crowd's going, "You both suck."
I know.
Oh my God!
That happened.
That legit happened. Usually Roman
I
Reigns
thought
gets
John
it.
Cena was popular.
It's kind of the thing, and it's like you just took both of. Is that sending a message to Vince McMahon that from the WWE universe saying, "Dude, you're two top guys. We hate him."
Yeah, I was gonna say Roman Reigns was a top guy, right?
But then a
Everybody
lot of
loves
the
him or something.
conversation on my Royal Rumble
I
post,
personally
people are
like Roman Reigns.
I think John Cena is funny as hell in the movies.
I think they
I
cram
think his
him
wife
down
is
everybody's
absolutely
throat.
beautiful.
She is?
John Cena's wife.
What's
is
that
a
movie
smoke
with
show.
Amy Schumer?
Amy Schumer.
Yes,
Yeah.
he wasn't. Oh, I read
Trainwreck.
some-
He was funny as fucking Trainwreck.
Wait, which one was he in Trainwreck? Was that when he was the drug dealer?
No,
he
he
was
was
banging her.
He was banging her. He's a big dude banging her, and he's like talking about. He's like, I look
Protein
like
shakes.
Marky Wahlberg. I look like I fucking ate Marky Wahlberg. Marky Wahlberg's like 145 pounds. I'm 250 shredded.
What was the other movie John Cena was in when he was all tatted up and he was like a drug dealer or something?
Oh, really? He was
What
all
movie
tatted
was
I
that
don't
one?
know.
He was in the Marine.
That was a
He
funny.
was in the end of that one movie with Will Ferrell and Mark.
Daddy's
the
Home.
Daddy's,
Daddy's
home.
Home.
Yeah, he played the bad dad at the last 5
Yeah.
minutes or whatever.
Yeah, he was awesome in that though. I like them short roles. That's how they should keep him.
But Joe, back to your question.
So what do you think?
I-
I don't know, man.
I just the WWE fan base being a bunch of assholes like they are.
Why don't they
They're
let?
just
Why
so,
did that stop?
You know what it is like even I've said this before too, and even when it comes to Star Wars, like all these people have all these expectations. If you don't have any expectations, there's no disappointment.
Exactly.
You know, so stop expecting all this shit, crazy shit to happen, and just enjoy the fucking show.
See,
you know?
that's kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't dislike either of them. Do I think that they're trying to cram Roman Reigns down
They kinda
everybody's
do.
throat? They're kind. I just give me.
That stupid Teapot song commercial needs to go, though. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of him and that fucking singing that goddamn Teapot song.
What is this? Commercials.
I made him millions though.
Oh,
It
God.
did.
It's on like every 5 seconds.
Dude, get on the Google box and find out.
But
We don't have commercials.
they do stuff him down your throat. I agree right there.
They
They
do.
do stuff him down your throat.
But yeah, I
But
don't know.
at
I
the same
found it
time, though,
weird.
he is one of their top dogs. So you know, they're gonna. I want them to turn him heel.
You do?
I want Roman to go heel all day. I think he'd be
What's
a
that
badass
mean?
freaking heel, bad guy.
Oh, okay.
I want him to
Yeah.
go heel all day. I think it'd be great. You know, if
Well,
they're already booing him, might
He
as well
looks
just say
like
it's
a bad guy.
They're
Like,
already
he could-
booing
Yeah,
him.
he
Let him
does
boo
look
him
like a
even
bad
more.
guy.
He could be a bad. He looks,
I can't believe
he has
he's a
the
good
presence.
guy.
Well,
Well,
they could
Right,
be-
exactly.
they
If
could
they're
be
already
ramping
booing him, let's continue to boo him
I
more.
liked him best in Deuce Bigelow. Wasn't he in Deuce Bigelow?
I don't.
Wasn't
I
he the
didn't
guy
get
you had
that
to watch his fish
Now I'm
for?
gonna go home and
Like,
watch.
that guy does look very.
He looks just
He
like him.
does look very similar.
But they should make him a bad guy. I think that's the way it should go.
Yeah, he does look like a bad guy.
I think I found some
And
text
John
from
Cena
Jeff.
he can never be a bad
You
guy. He
did?
just
He
kind of
can't.
looks like American Pie,
Right.
home eating boy. You know, like he
Right.
kind of looks like.
You're right.
But so they don't like him. Why did the crowd
They feel
turn on him?
They've always turned on both of them for a while.
Oh, they have.
John Cena's been turned on for a long time now.
you see what
In
I
fact,
got?
when he comes
He's
out,
been running the show.
See what I got
He's
here?
been on top for a
Pumped
while.
about that.
when he comes out, the whole crowd
Okay.
chants, "John
You played it on the
Cena
way home?
sucks. John Cena sucks." That's the whole thing. Every time
Really?
he comes on, he comes out to the crowd. So that's
Why don't
crazy.
they like John Cena?
I have no idea why they don't like him.
They
Do you
used
like
to
John
love him.
Cena?
He's the only one that was waving the flag for how long? Him and CM Punk for years, and then CM Punk is gone, and Cena was the only thing until like the Shield came around. You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. Neither one of
I
them.
just found it odd
None
that
of them
they were
pay my
booing-
bills, so I don't
Yeah,
give a
so
rat's ass.
whatever.
You know?
Well, they kept saying, I'm like, this is supposed to be WWE's kind of top two guys. You know what I mean? Like, this is who they push.
Yeah.
This is they're pushing these guys. They're cramming them. Apparently, Vince McMahon sees something in the two of them. Whatever, and they.
I can take my hat.
Well,
But-
Cena's a 16-time world champion, or 15-time.
Well, yeah. I mean, now I don't know. I don't know. Cena's getting old.
He's definitely getting old. He's my
getting
age.
old, and back in the day, people liked him, and it was good. Now I don't know. It's whatever.
Well, it probably takes a lot of juice to keep him looking that good at 40 something.
I wonder how old is Cena now?
Cena's 40 something.
We'll find out. Real
41.
I got Eric
42?
here.
This is the guy from Deuce
Eric will
Bigelow.
hook you up.
Google box that.
Let me see that guy. He's pretty, kind
Does
of.
kind of look like him.
Yeah, right?
Less greasy.
Yeah, less greasy, yeah.
Alice is saying John Cena's going to retire, and he probably so. He's only a
should.
part-time wrestler right now.
He'll be
anyway.
41 years
Stay
old.
in the movies, you
April
know what I mean?
23rd. He'll be 41.
See, you got Eric, man. You got a fact checker.
Hey,
This is
Chris.
great. I need a fact checker.
Chris, I have a tortoise.
I'll trade you Eric
He
for
was
chicken.
out on the show. You met my tortoise. This kid Chris says I like turtles.
I like.
We have a turtle. Did you see my turtle at the store?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see your turtle, Jeff.
Dude, everybody loves Tony. He's
It's
got his own.
actually a real
Tony hung
turtle.
out
Yeah.
with me for like
He's-
10 minutes on
Yeah,
the show.
he's got his own YouTube channel. He does. He fought. Yeah, he fought he saved the. He teamed up with the Thundercats to fight against Mumra.
Wow.
And then he helped the Street Fighter edition. Yeah, check out Tony Tortoise on
special tortoise.
YouTube. He's
Tony
cool.
Special.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
Let's talk about your shop one more time too. Let's plug
All
it
right,
again.
let's
Deep
plug it.
Vapor Shop out
Oh
in
yeah.
Herkimer.
Oh yeah, dude. If you need CBD, let me tell you something about CBD. CBD's not cheap. It's good. You know, it's expensive stuff. We're doing we're using all food grade edible, the mix, the e-juice mix, because it's all food grade edible. You could eat it. You could vape it. You
I
could
didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you could eat until you add nicotine to e-juice. You just straight drink the whole thing. All it is propylene glycerin, vegetable glycerin, and food flavor.
Does it taste? Is
So-
it delicious?
It's good. Yeah, it's whatever flavor you make it.
So you're getting your vegetables.
Well, I don't think I think they make somebody smart, and they do make something with vitamins in it. But you could either vape it, or we add the CBD to it. So you could either vape the CBD, or you could do it sublingually under your tongue.
Or you can
which
boof
is
it.
which I do.
I'd boof it.
What is boofing it?
You don't know what boofing is?
No.
It's a pain in the ass.
What is it like plugging?
What's plugging?
Where you stuff shit up your ass like
Yeah,
pills
that's
and stuff
boofing.
like that?
That's boofing.
Welcome
Like a butt chug.
Yeah.
A butt chug.
Oh, people do that with coffee. You ever see
Never.
them? The coffee colonics?
Or
What?
Well,
butt
that's-
hash.
Eric,
Yeah.
look that up.
Yeah.
The
That's like a medical. Well, that's not.
It's not really medical. They do
It's-
that shit. They do
they
that
do,
for like,
but it's-
like for like hours a day. They go in their bathroom, shove a fucking funnel up their ass,
Yeah, it's
and dump a pot of coffee in their ass.
They do.
They
do it with
It's
vodka,
supposed
too.
to clean them out.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
because
them do
it
it with
gets them
tampons
drunk.
and vodka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
Tampons.
girls were soaking tampons in vodka, and then
Yeah.
you get hammered apparently.
I
Or you
heard
could
dudes
die.
are doing it too.
Or you
you
can
could
die.
die.
Oh yeah, because your
Goes straight
asshole's
to your-
very thin. You
Yeah,
got
it
a
goes
lot of
straight to your
veins.
blood system,
That's
yeah.
the same as sublingual. Your
The
under your
dudes were
tongue's
doing it
kind of
too?
set up like an asshole. You know what I mean?
Wow, this conversation escalated quick.
Tongue
I'm
is
used
set
to
up
it.
like an
Who's this
asshole.
conversation brought to you by?
Wow,
Deep Vapor on Mohawk Street in Herkimer.
that was a no-brainer.
Oh yeah, but yeah, so you could do it sublingually and it works faster. And we're doing 100 milligram bottles, 35 milliliter bottles, 100 milligram, 35 milliliter bottles. Usually go for around $20. We're doing 2 for 25 or 3 for 30.
Right on.
Yeah.
Somebody, Janelle asked, how long does the starter kit usually last?
The battery, the starter kit itself, or just, I
Probably
mean,
the
because
juice and stuff.
a bottle of juice lasts anybody, a 35 milliliter bottle lasts you a week to 2 weeks, depending on how much you vape, or maybe a little bit quicker if you're a guy of a crazy setup. The starter kit itself, something like I'm using right here, the battery on it will last. This is a Joytech AIO. The battery on this guy will last 24 hours per day, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's about a 24-hour charge on it. Charges in about 6 hours. And the life of the battery, I'm not going to lie, because, I mean, these things they're cheaper. You know what I mean? They're anywhere from, the cheap ones are $25 to $40. The life expectancy on the battery is probably 6 to 8 months. Mm-hmm. And I mean, for less than $40, that's 4 days worth of smoking. Who cares? You know what I mean? If this thing lasted me a month, and
how long does that last you? You huff on that thing all day.
Well, my e-cigs, I usually will lose them by then. My e-cig will usually be gone before my 6-month period at all. You know what I mean? I mean, we participate in bone crushing activities. We're riding wheelies in my showroom floor.
We do stunt riding. See, a lot of people don't realize it. Jeff and I've known Jeff forever, so like I grew up riding dirt bikes with the kid.
Yeah.
Like, we still go out.
Put a motor
woods.
on, strap a motor to anything, and we're on it. We're riding it. You know what I mean?
Go-karts, dirt bikes, four-wheelers. You come down to where we live in our
skateboards with motors on it. Yeah.
Skateboards with motors. I have a little thing. We used to do all the local stunt shows. So I have this little, it's, you know, most kids have those Razor scooters with the 2 wheels. I got one with a motor on it that does 25 miles
an
hour.
Yeah, you had that like 20 years ago when nobody ever thought of this.
Still got it. And we just ride things and four-wheeler, dirt bike, and
any motor. Put it on there. You got anything with a motor on it? We'll make it move.
We'll do something.
We'll do a trick
some
on
sort
it.
of races.
We'll try to do a trick with it.
We're rough on equipment. We lose things. He breaks things.
Don't touch my shit.
Speaking of which, do you have like something like waterproof or like drop proof for your
well, here's the thing. I'm gonna give the world a little bit of a secret. I'm gonna give you guys 2 pieces of advice on your e-cigarette stuff.
I like it.
And don't tell anybody this, because people in the business,
because nobody's listening.
Well, there's 2 things. Your coils. The coil in the e-cigarette, when they start to go, what happens with the coil is, I'll explain a coil to people. You have a positive and negative, and if you held a wire between your positive and the negative of a battery, the thing would glow hot.
Don't try that at home.
That's how the insides of these things work. It's basically like a toaster coil with cotton on the inside of it. Now the cotton sucks up the juice, which makes the vapor. The coil heats up, creates steam between the juice and the cotton. So if you have a coil and you think your coil's bad, it'll start tasting burnt or shitty. Yeah. You probably got about 3 to 4 more days on your coil. All you do is take it to your bathroom, put it on scalding hot water, and hold that coil under that for a couple minutes. Because what happens is you're not all juices are created equal. that food grade flavoring might have a lot of sugar in it. You know what I mean? Or something that will like gunk up and get all crappy.
It's like a coating.
The thicker juices. Tell them about the color, the darker
Well,
juices.
Darker juices usually are thicker juices if it's a browner juice, so it'll plug your coil up quicker. So if you're using a dark juice, hold that coil under the water for a little bit. You'll get some of that grime shit off, and you might get a couple extra days out of it. But the chances are the cotton on the inside is pretty burnt and like shitty anyways. So you'll have that.
Those aren't replaceable, right?
No.
Like the cotton?
No. And then my other little trick that I usually have is, chicks' hair ties?
Yeah.
Well, you get one of those and you wrap it around the glass. Because they make vape bands that are supposed to stop the glass. Because what happens is the glass breaks. Your whole thing is broken. Because how are you going to replace a cylinder, piece of glass? You know what I mean?
Glass breaks.
Yeah, glass breaks. Get a woman's hair tie, throw it around your thing. At least when it falls, it's not going to smash to the ground. They make a vape band, but they're shit. I've had 10 vape bands around my e-cigs. They're just rubber bands around the glass. And they all break anyways when they land this way or this way.
Is that what those
100
stupid
times
bands
more
are?
expensive.
That's what they are. It's a waste of your money. Don't do it. Get a woman's scrunchie. Throw that shit on. You'll be fine.
Janelle wants to know, can they cause fires? She's seen it on Facebook before.
They used to.
Before.
No. This is all legit. That's all true. What happens was, they used to cause fires because something that looked like this actually has a tubular battery in it. I don't know if you guys can see this. Something that looks like this has a tubular battery in it. Now, what used to happen is there was a thing, and it was called a mech mod, and all it was is like a tube. Because the way people figured this shit out was, original e-cigs were like, they made a couple little shitty brands, and They didn't have buttons on them, and you'd suck and suck and suck, and you'd go and blow out this little mouse fart. And you're like, what the fuck? This doesn't work. Give me a cigarette, son of a bitch. I just spent $200 on this piece of shit. You know, people went nuts over it.
I love the mouse fart. I
It's true.
just blow out a little mouse fart.
It's true. It was fucked up. So people started figuring out how to make these e-cigs out of flashlights. They said if we put a way bigger battery in it and get this arc, because once they understand it's like holding the jumper cables on.
It's just
like holding
the
it's like
it's
connecting the positive and the negative. You're gonna make a current. So once they said, all right, this is easy, they started making it out of flashlights. Well, then that progressed to what was called the mech mod, which basically they figured out a way to put a pre-built tank with the coils into it on top of this tube that held this 18650 battery. Now, if you guys don't know what an 18650 battery is,
nobody has a clue.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
but you all use them. You all use them all the time.
Like your cell phone or something?
No, they're in laptop batteries.
Laptop batteries?
They're the cylinder
the
one.
little cylinder ones that they just line up. My
Those are
RC car's got one of
18650 batteries, right?
18650?
Yes, yes.
Fun fact.
So people started putting these 18650 batteries in these little tubes, and the top of the battery had, was your positive, and the bottom was the top was the negative, and the bottom was the positive. When you push the button up, it created the contact, which fired the coil, which made everything happen. Well, what would happen was these tubes were made out of metal, and the battery is just a slide-in battery with a coating on it. Now, once the side of the battery, the plastic on the battery, like on the outside of a Duracell, would fray or something, that metal would touch the metal of the tube itself, and it would arc. Because the whole outside of a battery, if you unpeeled it, is the negative. The only positive is that little tip there. So it would arc. It would light fucking people's houses, pockets, whatever on fire.
Pockets. I've seen a few of those videos.
See the video? The kid, it blew
the hole in his face?
Yeah.
That's not true. That video has been debunked.
Really?
Debunked, yeah.
Debunked?
Debunked.
Debunked.
What happened was that kid shot a starter pistol in his mouth.
No, I saw that video.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No, I saw.
tried to blame it on the
No,
e-cig?
not shooting it through. He shot like a starter pistol, like a ready, set, go, start the race pistol.
The gangster kid?
No, not the gangster kid. It was another kid
say.
who shot a starter pistol. So that's been debunked. But the one where the kid's pocket was blowing up, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
That was a cell phone, wasn't it?
No, that was a battery from one of these. Because if you have a floating 18650 computer battery in your pocket, and then say you have, I don't know, your keys, and it touches one end and it touches the other end, or a pocket full of change, what do you think is going to happen?
Fire.
Yeah, so you're going to create a fire. So that's what happened. But now what they're doing is it's a regulated mod. There's little computer chips into it, and there's way different kind of batteries. So the safety factor has been increased
right there,
instantly.
That was debunked?
Yeah.
Is that the dumbass?
Yep, that's the dumbass. That's fake.
Wow.
So they fixed the situation then?
It's technology.
Right.
When I was first started out 3 years ago, this thing would have been hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
$40, CJ.
Everything gets, and then up till still people use box mods, but I don't carry one around anymore. It's like that, but wicked. It's like this, but really thick. There's no point of that anymore because they're making everything smaller and better and cheaper.
Thank you, China.
Well, yeah, thank you. That's where it all comes from.
China's getting good.
I order everything stateside because the weight from China. And if you ever have a problem with China at nighttime, or you have to deal with them 4 a.m, you have a problem right now with them. You think they're up?
Yeah, that's right. That time
they ain't up.
You got to get up at 4 a.m. to call
at
customer service,
and they'd be like, "So sorry."
Or as Trump calls them, China.
China.
Yeah.
Janelle says thank you. She feels better about vaping now. So.
Good.
What's your take on some of these new New York State laws that are being passed around?
With the vaping?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I don't give a shit.
Bunch of whiny bitches.
I don't care. They are a bunch of whiny
They
bitches.
just want something
It
to
should
cry
be.
about.
It should be owner's discretion as always. Something like Walmart and stuff like that. You're not allowed to vape in now. It's really just they're just trying to alienate vapors and. All right, you have to go out into the smoking section.
Ooh, me.
Even though you're not.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it true? This is relevant to what we're talking about. Secondhand smoke out of that. Like what the law is about. The law is to protect you because a cigarette, I could be smoking at the entrance of a store. Your child could walk by it and poof, secondhand smoke.
Well, I mean,
it kills.
a lot of it they want
to kill.
I don't trust that tobacco and the government is in cahoots on it anyways and want to make it terrible for people to do. I mean, it's like if you're going to send me to a smoking section, I might as well smoke.
But what is the?
There's no study saying secondhand vape has killed anybody. But I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Well, it could have to do with just etiquette, because you got these people that vape, and I love you guys that are buying the big mods and building and stuff like that. But if you're in a restaurant, and most of them won't. Most of them are just normal, awesome people.
But you do get a douche who won't.
Douche that'll, and he's eating his steak dinner, takes his big huff and goes woo and blows this cloud in his face. That's dick move.
Well,
you know what I mean? I would be like, you can't do that shit either. You got to have a rule against that.
That's a good
like
point.
you said,
maybe a vaping section. Maybe they should go back to like, there's no more smoking sessions. But listen, you could vape or.
Because you're right, and I never really thought about it in that sense that, you know, it does create a big cloud, and if you got 3 or 4 people puffing up some, especially with the new mods coming out,
but it depends on your juice too.
But
I'm using a higher I'm using a higher propylene glycerin blend. There's 2 forms of your 2 main forms of mix in an e-cig is propylene glycerin and vegetable glycerin. While propylene glycerin is more throat hit, but the cloud dissipates pretty quickly. Check this out.
Jeff's been huffing on that thing all night, and I was just telling Chicken.
The cloud is almost gone.
Look at that, instantly gone.
Whereas like cigarette smoke like lingers and hangs.
Same with other forms of e-mix, because if that was full vegetable glycerin, that cloud would be thick and lingering.
Oh, we'd look like a Snoop Dogg video in here.
Yeah. So I know that if I'm going to a place where I want to vape, like I could walk through Walmart, take smaller puffs. You know, where the hell were we?
I don't want to say where I don't want to say where we were.
We were somewhere, and I was vaping, and Joe was looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm getting away with it. Nobody cares."
I'm like, I just didn't draw attention to it. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get us kicked out of here before we even start.
Yeah.
And
it's non-offensive. If you do it in a non-offensive manner, you know, if I did this
on camera, nonetheless.
Well, I think
took a little tiny one and blew it behind. Who the hell cares? They don't smell anything.
And I said too, like if you fart in public, you know,
right.
take one.
Right.
Blow up the bathroom.
It's all about etiquette, kind of too, like Jeff said. You just gotta have common sense and common courtesy,
don't
basically.
Be a dick about
just use your fucking brain.
Like my brother, I'll be driving in the car, and like I said, he makes his own mods and everything. Like.
Sure.
So I'll be driving in the car, and he'll take a huge puff, and all of a sudden I just get a whole cloud of smoke, and I can't see.
The windshield disappears.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
But that's the thing. Most people don't have that. Most people have the nice little, like, either something like Jeff, it's just nice,
when I
portable.
opened, I thought my demographic was going to be completely different than it was. I thought my demographic was going to be people, and when I opened, I was in my very young 30s, and I thought it's going to be people in young 30s, 20s, young kids. The majority of my customers are 40 years old plus. They're all older people because they know, you know, they're going to die if they don't quit smoking. Their doctors tell them, listen, quit smoking.
They've been smoking for years. They spend an ass
They don't
ton
want
of
to
money.
stop smoking. They want to do something. So everybody's just like, fuck it. They'll go to vaping.
Yeah, now they got kids and families.
Yep.
And
I've had people buy their parents all sorts of vape gear. Just please get my parents to quit smoking, you know.
Old school, they don't want.
My buddy Mario, my old school Italian paisan, was in my store, like straight from Italy today. He's got to be 70s. He's got to be in his 70s. Smoked for years and years and years. Came in about 6 months ago. Quit smoking. He don't smoke anymore. Now this guy probably smoked for 50 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a hard thing to do, man. Quit smoking cigarettes is
it's
the toughest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, they say it's worse than quitting heroin. They say it's like the hardest thing to quit in the world.
Actually, Tommy Lee went on and said that, like, you know, he's done heroin, coke, crack, everything you can imagine. The one thing he can't quit is cigarettes.
No shit.
Really? It's amazing.
It is.
Or not Tommy Lee, Nikki Sixx. Sorry, Nikki Sixx.
Oh, Nikki Sixx.
All those additives they put into it and shit,
I know.
you know? See, like, you just blew a big cloud of smoke, right?
Oh, yeah, that was a big one.
And this isn't, it's not offensive at all.
Do you smell it?
No, it smells good. It does. It smells
And that's another thing. It smells good.
It smells better than before.
Like Chicken said before, the cigarette smoke stinks and it lingers. Yeah. Even if this does linger, you're smelling what? Raspberries?
Right, it stays on your clothes and you stink. And
cigarette smoke is the worst. Like, I'd rather people smoke weed in my home than cigarettes.
Well, weed smoke actually like you can
go
smoke
away
weed in your house and
it
it'll smell,
dissipates.
and then you go away and come back in a few hours. It's not going to smell. You can
Unless you
smoke
smoke
one
a blunt, then a
cigarette.
blunt will
Oh,
cigarette.
it's there.
Then, well, because it's the tobacco.
Tobacco, yeah.
Right.
And
Smoke
then
one cigarette.
you go
it's
one
over.
cigarette, your house is going to smell like a cigarette for 3-4 days.
And again, it's that same effect too. Like one person lights up a cigarette. Because I used to have a lot of buddies that smoke. And we hang around, watch TV, and watch, whatever. One person lights up, and then next thing you know, 5 other people are lighting up. Yeah. You got to open up doors and windows, and your house smells like a fucking ashtray for the next 2 weeks.
And then it leaves shit on your walls, and then you
kick over ashtrays and shit.
Oh, have you ever gone in? I used to do asbestos removal, so I've had to go into some nasty places, and we've gone into a few how they just have like a coating of nicotine on the walls, where after you walked, that you thought the wall was like a cream color.
Yeah, no.
The wall was actually white behind it. They just never opened a window, smoked for 20 years straight.
I love your Bill Murray. You're awesome.
I was looking at that. I was loving it.
I love Bill Murray.
I love that movie. That's the one where he went into the military.
Yeah.
You know
Yep,
why it's
Stripes.
there?
I love
Why?
it.
To give our guests some confidence.
Oh,
to
wow.
let them know how awesome they are. That's what it's there for.
Burr and Bill Murray gives confidence.
Dude, we're pretty confident. I'm confident. I'm so lucky to have Joe. As much
I know
of a
you are.
douche
As much as you hate him.
Whoa. Hang on. Silence.
We got it on camera.
Hey, shit. Say it one more time.
Can
he get a
can I
recording
tell
of him?
something
You're
about?
You're ruining it, Eric. Shut up.
Can I give you a moment, Joe?
Hang on. I'm even going to take my headphones off.
All right. I'm gonna give. You know the story. You know the story.
I just want to hear it loud and clear.
The reassurance. My aunt, who I love a lot, and like she's a mother figure in my life. Wicked awesome. She met Joe. She knows his family. And she met Joe, and she's like, I like him, and I like him for you. And I'm like,
I like him for
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
You guys would look so good together.
Well, and I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, because she goes, since you've been working with Joe, she's like, you're just so much of a better person. And she's like, he's just like a happy person. Like he meets people. People love Joe.
Yeah.
He meets people, and
Not
they're just like,
everybody loves Joe.
a lot. I don't know anybody that doesn't love, And
Listen, they're out there. Believe me.
he just
probably
brings,
watching.
He brings this as much as he frustrates me because I have to like work with him on like a business level, which is kind of like what the
And we're
fuck?
friends, and it's like
yeah. Partners are only good for dancing. You know what I mean?
But unfortunately,
it's like,
Jeff's
and you
stuck
cut
with
each
me.
other off left and right.
right, exactly.
You're constantly talking over each other.
You don't finish each other's sentences.
No.
I'm trying to do better with that.
So
If
long
you
s-
notice I sit back and
No,
shut
I haven't
my mouth.
noticed it. You're
not
not.
at all.
You're not working on it. You're failing at it. You're doing a bad job, Joe.
Yeah, you suck.
Thanks for bringing that into perspective for me. No, Joe's the asshole.
No, you're not.
So long story short, with
Joe's
this
awesome
goes-
is basically where you're going with this.
Well,
So short story
it's-
long.
You're
There's
like
no short story with us.
I don't know the analogy exactly, but he's a positive influence in people. There's little
his life
psychological
partner.
things that
hang
you
on,
can
hang
do.
on. The power of positivity.
Wow.
I just had to throw that in there.
You're non-aggressive.
Jeff,
you're
no,
just
the power of positivity. that is the slogan of the new day.
See, and this is why I want to murder him too.
love you.
But how can you murder that? You know what I mean? It's
Does
just
he
like,
constantly cut you
How
off?
do you murder this
guy.
face?
Well, it goes back to what weapons you're gonna choose, right?
oh yeah, to murder him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do it with my bare hands.
Oh,
He's got it coming.
You almost spit on me over here.
Chicken almost got a shower. Z almost lost 2 computers, and we almost got kicked out.
Way to hold it in, kid. Way to hold it in.
You're welcome.
He swallowed it as much as he wanted to spit. He
That's
swallowed
how
it all.
Janelle wants to say she learned a lot from today's show, and thank you. It's a hard thing to do when you have anxiety issues, and do not
Get the CBD.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go on prescription drugs.
Well,
so
yeah, it's barbiturates, man. It's dangerous to come off of Xanax.
Right.
So this is the hugest thing going on in this country right now with CBD oil.
Yeah.
It's huge. You ever watch the videos of people having seizures? That, it's like everybody knows that there's power in this shit, and fuck you, fuck the government for fucking taking this away from people for so long. Fuck you, fucks. And that's my fucking fucks for today.
Yeah.
They were brought
Get
to you
them all
by
out now because
whoever.
you got to
Well, you-
start toning it down here.
well,
Come
actually,
kick-
you were allowed 12 fucks, and I think you've used
You've
them all.
exceeded
so.
that.
I used them on the government. Can I get them back?
You get like 2 freebies.
What is it, like a
from the
refund on the fucks?
Yeah, let me get a
Yeah,
refund.
let's get that refund, fuck.
No,
There's a 12 fuck minimum.
Well,
So-
that's how it is. The CBD, Janelle, get your hands on CBD, whether you get it from me or you just go down
Well,
and
there's
get
a
it
video.
now. Get your hands on it.
There's a video, and if Eric had the power of the Google box, we could have brought it up. But there's a video of an actual child Oh, no, I'm not being funny. There's a video of the child that has seizures within seconds.
Like his mom puts it in his mouth, rubs it. I've seen that.
The mom gives the child in the middle of a seizure a drop underneath his tongue. Within minutes, the child just calmed down. It was amazing. Like that's. Yep. I like to bust Jeff's balls all the time. Believe me, I'm the first person to try and do it. But that CBD stuff, man, I've seen it help a lot of people. And if you can go see Jeff, anxiety. If you have pain in your knees.
Yeah, it's anti-inflammation.
I brought up the
Look
fact
up
that
all this stuff. I mean, this shit is crazy. With
Dirt
CBD,
bikes, wrestling.
my
My body's not awesome, and that CBD stuff, man.
And what kills me is like
it's awesome.
People get so like, well, you know, they get like the misnomers, and people like they're so worried about trying the CBD oils and even marijuana. And
it's antipsychosis, right?
It gives you all the awesomeness of weed, but without getting you all fucked up, pretty much.
Gives you all the medical benefits.
Yeah, you don't get all messed up. You don't walk around all high.
Yeah, you don't get high.
If people are walking around going, "Oh man, try this," getting high, they're fucking lying to you.
Not on CBD,
or they're getting crappy CBD.
It's not going to show up in a drug test. You're not going to get fired from
That's
work.
true.
Right.
That's true. It doesn't show up in drug because they're not testing for it.
It's not like that.
It just makes you feel normal.
Right, and it's such a safer way to do it as opposed to like now they're prescribing oxy to kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know how many people like
Did you see there was a study that more people in this country are on pain medication than any tobacco products. So you're telling me there's more people on pain pills than smoke and do dip and all the tobacco products?
Dude, it's a quadruple bazillion if that even exists.
Because when you go to the doctor's office, they just hand you prescriptions. They're like, here, take this, take this, take this.
You want to go on a cruise? Sell a whole shitload of this Vicodin stuff this month.
Hang on, whoa. If you're going to go on that, well, what happens is all they do is get paid. These drug companies, they take out the doctors to push this.
Yes, they do.
Everyone that goes out, because the doctors know the money comes from the insurance.
Yep.
You go to the doctor, some way, shape, or form, for the most part, your insurance company is going to pay for it, and they don't question it. Oh, you're sick? Here's your prescription, and what do? You take your prescription, they call it in, whatever it is you do, you go to your local pharmacy, and you pick it up and you take it, and you don't question why you're getting this one over this one. Oh, I get passionate about this.
Oh, yeah.
This
We all know.
Here.
And we try to stay away from politics, and this is not really politics.
This isn't politics,
you know what I mean?
But the fact of the matter remains is the doctors get
all these fuckers wearing black shirts, except for fucking E-Money over here. Why is everyone wearing black?
How do we go from CBDs to black shirts now?
ADD.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
ADD does it.
All right. Stay focused.
and
it does.
See,
I'll
they
tell
had to
you
do
one
with colors.
thing. CBD oil does nothing for your ADD. If you have it, you're going to remain having it.
You're screwed.
You're fucked.
We do have a couple comments out there. Our good friend Adeline Van Dyke, host of Home Free Podcast, which you can hear later on Disruption Network. She chimes in, says plant medicines are where we need to be focusing on.
Absolutely.
And it's
I
true.
concur.
It's true.
I completely agree.
I concur.
And then Janelle saying she's going to be home in February. She's going to stop and see you, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Thank you,
And Adeline, Big Pharma is where the money is, and that's why they will
Oh,
always. And there's so many other plant medicines out there that it's a Scheduled I drug. We talk about ibogaine all the time, which has been helping heroin addicts kick the addiction problem. And, of course, it's a Scheduled I drug. It's totally illegal.
And here's the thing, like people,
because it helps, because they can't make money off it. They'd rather give you other drugs to mask yourself off another one.
That mayor doesn't want his EMTs to give Narcan to people.
Where was
that? What mayor was that?
Yeah,
There's a big write-up.
The dude said he's like
where?
He's like,
it was on Facebook.
Can you find that for
us?
us?
Oh, it was in
Eric?
Texas, I believe.
You mean where in the world?
He said if you come to this county and overdose, he goes, Narcan costs too much money. We're not going to send anybody with Narcan. You're going to die.
Well, I mean, not for nothing. Wow. I mean, you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. Like, how many times do we have to keep bringing these people back? It's costing us money. Like,
it's an ethical thing of medicine to save a human being. I don't care if you're right, left, or whatever. This is a person right there.
You're right.
They're dying. You fucking stab them with whatever you stab them with and bring their ass back.
But you get them something like we were saying, ibogaine. Like now, there's something that is proven to help.
85% effective rating
to get you off of it. It's not saving
It's a one-time deal too. It's a one-time deal.
It says it's in Ohio.
It's in Ohio.
Ohio says his sheriffs will not carry Narcan because of the cost. Let's see. Wow. It says it's only $37 $8.50 a dose.
How much fucking overdoses does that
But
town
that's
have?
like giving
Holy
them- that's like
shit.
letting these people have
Oh,
a
it
free
says right here,
pass.
one sheriff in an opioid-ravaged USA county won't have his cops carry a $37.50 life-saving drug that reverses overdoses.
It's an opiate ravid fucking country.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not just a
Right.
county.
Well,
it's 'cause
It's all over. It's so bad.
And they're
such a problem in
creating
this
it.
country.
They're creating. Oh, you have a
government's
backache? Here,
Yeah.
have some of this. Have some of this. I watched a video one time about this girl who was like this go-getter girl, and she's all fucked up on heroin. She's like, you'd be surprised what the human will do if they're in that much pain. You know what I mean?
Dude,
you run out of pills and you fucking...
Pillheads are worse than crackheads.
Well, they turn into heroin addicts because they can't get no fucking pills.
Yeah.
What do you do when you can't get pills and you're strung out on opium? You fucking go to heroin,
I read an
guess.
article in Rolling Stone about how now you go through college dorms and you don't smell marijuana anymore. You smell. They don't care about weed anymore. They don't give a
nobody
shit.
gives a
They
shit
wanna
about
get-
weed.
they wanna get more fucked up.
They want the oxys. They want the Adderall. They want
Right.
all that shit. You know. And when you take a pill, just like it's a small little pill. You're like, this thing ain't
And
gonna
you're
do it.
done.
You take 2 or 3. You know, like, this ain't nothing. I'll take a couple of these. Boom. You take a bunch of them, just like you think of aspirin
Pop
or
yeah,
whatever.
fucking candy you're eating
And then
like
you're in
that.
for the ride. You're in for the ride. It's not like you take a couple hits and put it down and see how
It's
I
like
do.
edibles, though.
Edible, same way. But like,
Can't turn that shit
and
off.
it's,
Nope.
But like, you take 3, 4.
I've gone down some holes with edibles.
But when you're a teenage kid, right, and you go through your parents' drawer and you find a bag of weed, or whatever, and you're like, all right, let's smoke some weed. You're not gonna overdose.
Or if you're an 80s teenage kid and you found some weed, you might be like, my parents are the worst people in the whole wide world.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you get in their shit, you're not gonna overdose. You're gonna you're gonna pass out. You're gonna whatever. You're not gonna overdose. You might get sick and throw up. Worst case scenario.
From weed?
You're not gonna die.
You never got the bad highs? I've gotten the bad highs before.
Well, that's called the whiteys.
But if you never smoked before,
the only time I ever puked off of weed is because I watched somebody else puke.
But
And
if
I
you-
was like, oh man.
But if you see a bunch of pills and be like, oh yeah, let's you find somebody's oxys or something like that, and you're a young kid, you're gonna take a bunch of them and you're gonna die.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like because they're unassuming, they're very
why I'm an athlete.
unintimidating because they're just a small little pill.
In today's society, kids are dumb.
Joe, I drew your picture. earlier.
Absolutely.
They're eating Tide Pods. Come on, what's that telling
the
you?
scarf you're wearing is
They're
my
eating
doing.
Tide Pods. What is that all about, too? Like, why do you want to eat Tide Pods?
Right? Why are you
That's
shoving
a
beer
dick
in your ass?
scarf.
It's a dick scarf and you're dead with the X'd out eyes. I drew that earlier when you were just mumbling about something.
And you have a dick scarf that's jizzing.
Okay, that's
yeah.
It's a little weird.
It's a little disturbing.
You get strangled by a dick.
Yeah.
So Jeff drew a picture of me with a.
I didn't add the dick.
I added the dick.
E-Money added the dick.
It was a joint venture.
Hey, Joe, it might be time to find new friends.
I need to start selecting my friends.
I think your name is Chokes on Dick.
Chokes on Dick.
Oh, man. The day-old
Bag of
donuts.
donuts. The day-old donuts.
It started the day old bag of donuts.
But
Now
what
it's like
about-
the hot dog and donut show.
What about the Joey Bag of Donuts show? That's your podcast,
No,
right?
all right.
No,
So
that's the radio
let's,
show.
Let's or rewind.
All right.
So what started off is
Is
we
anybody having
had
beers today, or
listen.
just me?
We actually
That's kind of fucked up.
we actually gotta get bouncing here pretty soon.
What do you mean?
Well,
What
let's
did you
finish
do?
your story. I know
Take a
you,
shot.
you keep getting cut off by your
I don't
buddies
want
over
Jeff.
here.
Jeff's gonna keep getting hammered. I'm gonna have to carry his ass out of here. Oh Jesus! Now shots are happening. Jeff's
I'll do
slamming.
a shot if you do a shot.
So what was I talking about? Bring me back.
The Joey Bag of Donuts.
Oh, the Joey Bag of Donuts show. So we
See,
start.
I told you they're way worse than we were ever.
Dude, we're bad.
They're probably in the cabinet over there. There's no light in there though.
So we started off with the radio show. We called it the Joey Bag of Donuts show. And then obviously we clearly don't shut the fuck up. So we're like, wow, there's a lot more stuff that we really want to talk about. And we're not nearly this ADD on the radio, but
Says who?
you got to listen to the show.
Actually, I've been in the radio. They're really way better.
It's weird. It's weird.
way better.
It's way better.
It's very.
So anyways, so we called it the Joey Bag of Donuts show. And then Jeff's like, well, you want to do the podcast? So we're like, well, we got to give it a name. So we'll call it the Day Old Donut Show. That way it's all the stuff left over that we didn't talk about, what we wanted to talk about on the radio. So that's how the Day Old Donuts show, because it always, the podcast always followed the radio show.
Gotcha.
So then that happened. And then Jeff's like, well, we do a lot more stuff than just these two radio shows. Jeff likes doing the interviews of the Cage Wars kids, you know, and we want to now we got the Dynasty thing. And I'm like, well, we just kind of did like 3 different things. And I'm like, what do we do now? So we started calling it the Day Old Network. And Jeff's like, we're more of a media group. And I'm like, and which we are. I agree with him.
Well, how the checks are cashing, too. I'm sorry. It's how the it's like, what are you going to write a check to the Old Doughnut Network? That's not a real thing. We're really Excite Entertainment,
That's
so
what
you have to do it that way.
The business name is actually an Excite Entertainment. So Jeff's like, why don't we just call ourselves Excite Entertainment Media? And I'm like,
don't worry about that.
I like it. So that's what we're gonna do, and that's what we're gonna stick with. Is we're gonna call it Excite Entertainment Media. It's gonna be a branch off of pretty much my DJ business. So
Cool, man.
So Jeff gets a shameless plug. So
plug your DJ business.
Excite Entertainment DJ business. That's me. I DJ. I own a photo booth as well, so you could do a DJ photo booth package with me.
Cool.
I keep it affordable, man. I'm not cheap, but I'm not. I call it affordable. Cheap means junk, and I'm not. I like.
You always say that.
I
He's
do,
right,
man.
though.
I don't ever like to use the word cheap because cheap
That's
means
what
junk.
people
It means
associate.
I'm inexpensive.
Yeah,
I am
with that
affordable. That's the key. You know, some DJs charge thousands of dollars, man. I just
Get more than you pay for with you, though.
Dude, I give you the whole 9 yards.
do.
I'm like a wedding. I pretty much plan your whole wedding. I keep you on schedule.
He picks out your wife's dress.
I don't do that.
He goes to we decide what kind of cake we're getting, the flower arrangements, what the grooms
he's
are
definitely
wearing.
eating cake.
Oh yeah, it actually says
It's in his rider.
Tell him about the steak situation.
He has it in
It
his
is.
contract. You have to
funny
feed
you
him.
say that.
It is because I ate a good steak at a wedding one time that Joe was DJing and they didn't do it for
All
him.
right,
And
so
he's like,
they
"Fuck
got him a
this."
ham sandwich.
Fuck this! You better give me a steak if everyone else is.
So
it's in the contract
here's
now.
a little funny story about that. So so Jeff's right. I was DJing a big wedding at the casino, and the bride and groom paid for my meal. But the casino, I like the people at the casino, but they're a little, I don't know what, cheap. So they give their vendors ham wraps, like these cheap ass ham wraps.
I had
and I'm
this
like,
filet.
I go,
It was
where the
butter.
hell am I going with a ham wrap? And option 2 was a turkey wrap. So meanwhile, the bride and groom paid for my meal, probably $60 a plate. It's the casino.
It's so good. More than that. But it was the best
I
steak
didn't
I've
get
ever
my-
had in my life, Joe. It melted in my. It was so good. Like
I
there
didn't
was
get it.
nothing left on the. I was licking it.
He was too.
Oh, it was
As he's
so
as
fucking
he's
good.
looking at me at my DJ booth. I'm
It was
like,
good.
This cocksucker. Oh, I was so mad. So, anyways, I didn't get it. So then I ended up doing a party where my buddy S-Dot was at.
We just seen him this weekend.
Yes, he
actually.
was.
Yeah, S-Dot's back from Florida, but S-Dot.
Well, he's
S-Dot,
home. No, he went back to Florida. already.
Oh, he's back
He
already.
was in and out.
In
yeah.
and out. Well, either way, S-Dot goes to me. He's like, "Yeah,
It's not
man,
bad.
the casino got me too." He's like, "Yo, you got to put it in your contract that the people got to feed you." And I'm like, "All right." And now he goes, "Did you have the same experience at the casino?" And I go, "What, the ham wrap?" And he goes, "Yup." And I'm like, yeah, the motherfuckers tried to stick me with a ham wrap.
ham
Like,
wrap
what-
clause.
like,
Maybe
I eat
it's-
ham wraps. I go, I ordered the effing filet. Get me the filet. Meanwhile, I'm staring at Jeff. And now,
was
mind
so
you,
good.
Jeff wasn't even the guest invited.
I was a plus
He was
one.
the effing plus one. I'm over here, a vendor, doing the wedding. You're giving me a ham wrap. Plus one boy.
Maybe
over
that's
Oh,
how the
yeah.
casino gets some money. They're
You
like,
coulda-
dude, everybody that
Yo.
works for the wedding
It was
gets
so
ham
good.
wraps. And
Dude.
we're taking that
Dude, they
money
throw
per
away
plate.
more food off the buffet line than they, I would, no.
It was so
don't give
good.
me that.
You could have cut that steak with the handle of the butter
I
knife.
went
It
to
was
some
so
sick
good. It was
parties
just
at the casino. That place
Oh.
is fun to. That
That's
place
another
is fun to hang
Did you ever
out
get
at.
that hunk of meat on the bone at the casino? I don't know what the hell it's called, but it's like this bone that's like as thick as fucking
Like, there's T-bone.
like a forearm, but it's got
A ham-
it's a shank. It's a fucking
Sarah,
shank.
yes,
It's
you're
fucking
right.
so
a ham
good.
wrap is an appetizer for me. That's not even.
Oh my god!
a
You
ham
guys ever
wrap
watch our show? He eats on the show. We had people calling in and shit.
You're
People
talking
like,
about him eating on the
Yeah.
show. He eats with he's like trying to talk on the
Dude,
mic,
they're like,
and his
"Get the mic
mouth
away."
goes full of pizza. Like,
Oh.
just eat the pizza first
"Dum,
and then
dum,
talk.
dum, dum,
Or
dum."
no, if you're gonna eat, that's fine. But put the mic like he's
Just pull it away from your fucking yeah.
Well,
2
listen.
inches away from the mic,
In my defense,
smacking his lips.
we were doing our live show. We were saying our goodbyes, and whenever we say our goodbyes, you automatically start watching your watcher list just go down and dwindle to nothing. We were saying
He licks
we
his
were
fingers
saying our
and
goodbyes.
smacks.
Yeah, it was gross as hell.
That's what they're saying right now. They're saying you
He
lick
does
your
lick-
fingers
he
and
licks his-
smack.
So, anyways, we got down to like 8 viewers were watching one of our last shows, and all of a sudden, another guest kind of came on, and I just started eating in front of him, and it was just gross. All of a sudden, we went from 8 viewers back to like 40.
You guys got anything you could eat?
No.
Joe's like, I don't want to hear it.
No, I don't understand why anybody finds it funny that I eat and make. I don't know, whatever. So I go with it now. So whatever.
bad,
you want
right?
to feed me? I'm gonna eat on camera. Whatever. Run it.
You guys are shot.
We gotta get going. We
you
gotta
gotta get out of here. One more
We
time.
do?
Let's plug the show out before we all get out of here. What time? They can catch you on Thursday nights on Facebook. Talk about the
All right.
Day Old Donut Show.
Oh yeah, the Day Old Donut Show.
So the Day Old Donut Show.
we don't know
airs-
what it is. We're
don't-
not sure what it is, but it's doing good.
It's a little bit of everything.
If
You get
Charlie
information, you
Seeley-
get fun, you
Tag
get-
And-
people if you're out there. Tag Charlie.
Use your words.
Listen, he pulled out this stuff that I can't even pronounce.
Tilmore Dew.
Tilmore Dew, and these Utica clubs. These people. If
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a
EC
lightweight.
Radio
What do you mean by
ever-
these people?
If EC
Oh, shit,
Radio,
he busted it out.
I'm sorry. I was about to be like, if EC Radio ever invites you on the show, go because it's comfortable. They got booze.
man.
They make you feel
Can we
good
come back
here.
next
Dude, it's
Monday?
super
is
chill.
That, is that kosher?
I'm bringing you back all one at a time because you guys talk over each
That's
other
perfect.
nonstop. One at a
Awesome.
time, one-on-one is much better, much more manageable for
We
me.
just made that
and my
clause.
mental well-being.
We did make a clause.
We made that clause because we're like, we can't handle more than 2 people with ourselves.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So this week's show, in all for serious, this
one
week's
guest.
show it's going to start off
like
with,
a talk show.
Yeah, we're going to try and
Segments.
kind of Conan O'Brien. We suck at this. Like we didn't know. We just
Learning experience.
Well, that's why we're like mandatory headphones from now on because me and him
Everybody-
always talk anyways, and then you got to add 2 more fucking people. It's like blah, nobody knows when to shut up.
So yeah, we're working on that.
And this argument is brought to you by meth.
Oh fuck, we'd probably get more done. We get
So-
some editing done if we had some math.
Oh, that's right. It gives you pop, doesn't it? It
Pops
gets
you
right
you,
up.
gets you
We
going.
could get some editing done.
I mean, I watched
Joe.
Breaking Bad, but I've never,
Yeah, but then you sell all your shit.
Oh, that's
So
true.
anyway, 7:30 new show, new time. We're
Is
not
Facebook the only platform you use, or?
Well, we're working on it. We just finally don't get me going on our internet.
Our internet
connection.
provider because we want to simultaneously broadcast Facebook and YouTube at the same time because we have
And
a lot of
possibly-
fans
and-
on Facebook
and people
or
on
on
Twitch-
YouTube right now that
Twitch,
aren't
too.
that the YouTube fans aren't on Facebook.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that want to watch us who are like, fuck Facebook. I love Facebook. Thank
have
you
a lot of
guys,
fr-
man.
I have a lot of
I
friends
think
that
you guys
don't
are
even have
awesome.
Facebook.
So yeah, we want to start maybe next week, but we've been dicking around with our internet provider who's supposed to be the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
so
got
you
the
better
best.
hook it up, guys. Yeah.
I've been running better off my hotspot.
You guys
That's
on
it.
AOL?
Dial-up.
Right.
Shit,
Scrotum.
And Jeff, one more time, plug your vape store,
Oh,
please.
Deep Vapors, 308 Mohawk Street, Herkimer, New York. Area code 315-360-7523. You can get us on Facebook. We have CBD. We have mods. We have starter kits. We have e-juice.
You have He-Man.
I have He-Man.
full
And
size.
I have a lot of cool stuff in my store, and anything is for sale if it's got the right price
If you
tag
want
on
to
it.
jump back to your childhood,
I
see
got
some
I
80s
got
shit.
full size David
That's awesome.
Hasselhoffs.
Wait till he brings down the electric scooters.
Oh yeah,
When we
Yeah,
have-
we'll
we
have
do the
races right here
scooter-
on East Utica.
We have
We
them
race in the store.
store. We have a circuit that we have to race
Oh
through.
yes.
How
So
much for
that's
the
not-
turtle?
Priceless.
Yeah,
Always
Tony-
priceless.
Nothing's priceless, man.
Nothing's
You would sell Tony?
I would sell Tony for the right amount of money if I knew he was
I got a
going to
guinea
a good
pig,
house.
and you ain't
To a
taking
good
him.
house.
How
My
much-
guinea pig
much
is
for
mine.
Tony. All right,
Tony?
we gotta
Tony?
go.
Gentlemen, this has been fun, though. You guys, we got to do this again. And then,
grand.
open the door to Chicken.
Few.
He could come up on the Joey Bag of Donuts show one of
He's-
these days.
Here's what we're gonna do.
And we'll do some trade-off here.
I'm being pimped.
We are taking. We're
Chuck,
actually
what's
gonna
up,
do.
Chuck Tancredi?
Oh shit!
You stole my shit?
Can you finish?
You do it.
He's
Just
thanking
there's
Chucky
more.
Tancredi
Chuck-
and everybody else. You
I'm
want to give
muting him.
shout-outs?
I muted him.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was I talking about? I lost it.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
I forgot.
I forgot. 7:30. You can see our hot mess of a show.
And this segment was brought to you by Radderall. I call it Radderall, not Adderall, but Radderall.
Who else you got? Let me hear your sponsors. I want to see what kind of people are hooking you up. What do you got going on
You
over
got
here?
people that give you pizza because we got people that give us pizza.
Yeah, actually, our
we need
good
to
friends
get
from Old
2.
Babies actually came in last week and
I
dropped
I
off
saw
Babies.
them.
Great
You had
I
mad
love
people.
them.
You had 6 people on the show
Great
then.
people. And you know what? It was a lot more manageable than this right now.
I bet.
Today.
You're welcome.
And Megan was here.
I know, right?
Awesome. Just
But
happened.
I got to give some love and respect out to our good friend at Priceless Inspection, Josh Amodio, for hooking us up. He's true blue, down to the core, D supporter, and we want to thank Josh for everything that he does.
What's that? What's Priceless Inspection?
He does all your home inspection needs. So if you're ready to buy a house, have Josh go through the house, and he'll check it out and make sure it's livable and
cool.
And he does a lot of good stuff. He's been in the business for a long, long time, very reputable, and people
knows his shit, man.
He does.
He knows his shit.
That's what people need.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's a great dude, man. He'll give you the best honest opinion. He'll tell you straightforward what you need to do.
Is he one of those inspectors that, like, if you have to have like a building permit passed, that he could get that done too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Josh is the man.
What's his
That
name?
would include
Josh
home
Amodio.
inspection.
Priceless Inspection.
Priceless Inspection.
And also, we got to give some love and respect out to the Property Sisters of Mohawk Valley, commercial real estate and personal real estate as well, too.
They have a podcast?
She'll be on today at 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
Adeline Van Dyke and Home Free. You can tune in to Disruption Network.
Winner of the Most Valuable D Award.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Most Valuable D.
Yep.
I thought that was me.
I thought that was Trump. What's that? Is that a shirt?
Nah,
Can we get one?
That was we recognized her as one of the people that helped create this.
That's
helped,
beautiful.
Had her back from day one, and we showed her a little
local
honor and gave her a
support,
trophy. And same thing with our landlord here, Frank.
Yep. We gave out some D trophies, so we want to thank them for helping us out for this year and into next, and all the great things they've been doing here around Disruption Networks. And then 7 o'clock, Home Free Podcast will be up and rolling. And she has tonight as a guest Tommy Drama. Drama's joining Home Free tonight, so it'll be interesting. And, of course, tomorrow morning, speaking of Tommy Drama, we'll be on with Back Talk here, 10 a.m., like we always are on Disruption
and
Network.
he's still out there looking for a female co-host.
Who's Tommy Drama? Hook me up.
I'm gonna put Jeff in a dress. And Jeff, you can have him. I'll trade chicken for Jeff.
You cannot.
And I'll give you Jeff. You give me chicken.
I kind of want Eric.
I know. I keep Eric.
I know.
want Eric.
Listen, everybody wants Eric.
Eric's
you can't
off
have
the
Eric.
table.
Eric's off the table.
Eric's off the table.
Commodity.
That offer expired.
But
Jeff for chicken, I don't know, man. I might sell him real quick.
Joe, I'm the brains of the operation.
Yeah, but I don't
every
know.
day I call you up and say, "What the fucker did we?"
But
just
you also
do?
call me up and quit on me every day too.
Is he a time-sensitive person, or is he always late?
He's
me.
Yeah.
Dude, he sleeps till 2.
All right, then I want that trade
Listen,
is
no way. I'm
not doing that
Joe,
trade.
you know how I feel about tardiness.
Oh God, here
You
we
know
go.
how I feel about tardiness.
I wanted to stop for a drink, and Jeff's like, you're gonna make us tardy for the show.
He did say that. I will admit.
Did you use the word tardy?
I think he might have actually used tardy too.
I don't want to be tardy.
If you're late more than once, is it retardy?
I'm the same. I'm the same way.
And on that note, we're gonna say goodbye.
We are gonna
That
say
might
goodbye.
not be PC.
Tomorrow, do we got the Titty Tuesday going on tomorrow?
Yes,
whoa,
we do.
you brought me back in with titties.
Yeah,
I heard
listen,
titties and I am in.
We're not leaving.
We've got a burlesque show happening
I'm
tomorrow.
coming back tomorrow for titties.
Heidi? Is there?
Yep.
And what? The
she's
Dynasty nut, Christy Marie, I love you.
Oh God, we're gonna set
Dude,
Eric up on
I'm
a
gonna
date.
hit. I'm not.
Oh,
I
no,
didn't.
my
No, I didn't mean to say.
You
I'm
better
gonna
hope
hit
you
it. I
guys
meant to say.
I'm gonna hit that.
I didn't
Yeah,
mean to
he's gonna
say
be
that.
You can't have him.
I said I'm going to meet her, and she's gonna like me. Is what I meant to say.
Wow,
And
a little
somehow
bit
hit
of-
it came out.
A little bit of UC and the truth serum comes right out there, buddy.
That's what
Oh,
happens.
doesn't
She's
it?
not in love.
Eric,
She's
you
already
can't
in love with me.
We've got a fun week
She's in love
planned,
with
so
you, huh?
check your local listings on Disruption Network, and we'll be posting that Wednesday.
Do you feel
know,
disrupted? Like, have we disrupted your network?
Yeah.
We are so excited about working with you.
I just brought
No,
the
you know what I
distortion
mean?
You
to
keep
the
talking
network.
over me. You're not going to be
we
working
are
with
we
me.
are so excited. This is going to be so awesome.
you
We'll
guys are
collab
dicks.
with you guys.
You guys, this has been fun though, and I enjoyed myself last Thursday too on the
was
Day
fun.
Old Donuts show. So keep doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you guys. Keep
No,
doing it. You're
thank you
doing a
for
good
having
thing
us.
out there.
Thanks for having
And we will
us.
see you tomorrow. We got a burlesque show tomorrow here on
You'll
EC
catch.
Radio.
I'm gonna watch that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I
tune
know
in
Heidi.
for that for sure.
That should be fun.
She works for what? Dance Polography.
Yeah, that's her own thing too.
What is
Yeah.
burlesque?
I was
It's
just
where
asking. I was gonna ask what is
It's
burlesque?
it's not fully nude. We'll leave it at that.
Oh,
I'll
it's
show
the
you in the car
pasties?
ride.
It's pasties. Yeah.
I'll show
Oh,
you
I'm
in the
coming.
car
Wait,
ride.
it's here.
Well,
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
And don't forget, you can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts online at our brand new website, disruptionnetwork.net. Check it out. Give it a like on Facebook. Also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'll see you tomorrow.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear. For the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
EC Radio.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you'll support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.